Yo! Finally, we're back! Yo, this is an exciting day, ladies and gentlemen, and theys are thems out there. We are going to be playing some Danganronpa Lapse, and now this one is crazy because this is something that I have played like a long time ago. We're talking like 2 or 3 years ago on my channel. And at that time, I think only up to chapter 2 was out. And then like, I remember talking about it on stream one day recently, and I was like, man, I missed that fan game. Where was it? Where'd it go? I thought it was one of those ones that just got canceled, you know what I mean? Just went under. But out of nowhere the other day, somebody sent me something on Twitter saying like, Danganronpa Lapse, here it is. It's completed. It's done. They like shadow dropped it, bruh. They shadow dropped it. Yes, this is a fully completed fangan. It's a game. We're gonna be playing it. It's gonna be fun. What's up, OO? I think it went up to chapter 3. Was it chapter 3? I thought it was 2. I only played to 2. Maybe they did release chapter 3 like later. It's completed. Yeah, it's completely done. They took 2 years to finish the entire game, which is pretty exciting. So it's gonna be all updated and nice and cool looking. I guess the sprites and stuff are all different now, so I'm excited. This one have OCs or official characters? No, this one has OCs. This is one of the ones that I told you guys that like I wish more fangans did it in like this style, where like they just do their own art style instead of like using the official like Danganronpa art or trying to copy the official Danganronpa art. Yeah, so this is a really inspiring fangan in my opinion. How many chapters are there? I think there's 5 or 6. I don't know. Is the game shorter because of the smaller cast? I think so. I think the game's like 6 hours long. Somebody was saying like if you were gonna play it yourself and you were like speed running it, you could probably finish it within like 6 to 7 hours. Are the first couple chapters gonna be about the same? I don't know. I haven't played it. I have no idea. 2 years to finish a game isn't that long when you think about it. Yeah, for a small team of people, yeah, nah. The art seems pretty high quality. It is. It's nice. I remember loving the Lapse art style. It's so pretty. It's really nice. What's up, Wince? What's up, OO? Thanks for moderating. Eris, thanks for moderating. Blair, what's up? How you been? Thanks for moderating. They did the whole game in secret. Yeah, like I don't even remember them having updates. Like usually fangans come out with like updates or something to like let you know their progress, but like I didn't even see them do that. And I follow the creator and everything on Twitter, and like their account was just like dead. Like there was like no posts or anything on there, so I'm surprised. Hello, Blaze. What's up, Rosie? How you been? Are there execution videos? I don't know. That's what I'm really curious about, because in the original there wasn't any execution videos. They were all like typed out. So I'm curious that now that it's been 2 years in the making, were they able to actually animate executions this time? That'd be cool. If they released it on April 1st, I would have thought they weren't being serious when they say they finished it. Yeah, it wouldn't have been good. That wouldn't have been a good idea at all. Are we covering the same canon from when it first came out, or is it different? I don't know. I think it's different. I hope it's different. I hope there's some different stuff in it. So let's figure it out. It's been 2 years since I've played it, so I don't really remember anything, to be honest. I don't even remember. I think all I remember is the main character's name was Echo, I think. Other than that, I am clueless. I'm currently working on an Insta project, not quite a fan game, but more of an Insta visual novel of sorts. Would you consider reacting to it when it's done? Yeah, I like those kinds of fan games. That sounds cool. The art style is so beautiful. Yeah, it was, especially back when it first came out. It was really nice looking. YouTube, it's time. We're here. Danganronpa Lapse, the fully completed fangan. Dude, this is one of the few fangans out here. I was saying this the other day. I was saying that like, why can't we get a fully completed game fangan? Like, where is one at? Here it is. I mean, it's gonna be shorter than obviously the main game because it's not, you know, it's a smaller cast. I think there's only like 8 characters or something like that, but it's still awesome. It's still awesome. The Sora shirt, yup. Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out soon. No, I'm kidding. It's probably coming out in the next year or so. But yeah, we should get into this. Let's look into the menus and stuff. Now, like I was telling the chat earlier, I covered this game like 2 years ago. There was only 2 chapters at that time. Apparently OO said 3, but I only played 2. So I'm curious to see what they've changed since 2 years ago. Shouts out to the creators. You guys can actually download this game for yourself in the description if you want to. I highly suggest that you do. Play it for yourself. Blaze talks about completed fan against Cynthia. Now this looks like a job for me. Cynthia cooked it up, yo. She cooked it up. Let's start. The whole team. I don't think Cynthia did this alone. I think they had a whole team on this one, which is even better. A game fan again? Now that's impressive. Yeah, like a fully completed visual novel. The heart of a man is very much like the sea. It has its storms, it has its tides, and in its depths, it has its pearls too. Vincent Van Gogh. That's crazy. I just went to a Van Gogh like a week ago. They had like a Van Gogh like experience thing that you could go into. It was in San Diego actually. I went down there and you could go into like they had like this big room and it had like this whole like Van Gogh mural thing like all over the walls. It was kind of cool. It was pretty fun. Anyways, who's calling? Jeez, what's that sound? Can you answer the phone, please? Okay. Ooh. This looks crazy now. Wow, the art is a lot better. I opened my heavy eyelids to an unfamiliar room. Oh, guess I was asleep, but where am I? This isn't my room. I turned my head the right to see a small, old-fashioned alarm clock on the nightstand. The time read 7:30. 7:30? In the morning or evening? I reached over to stop the alarm when suddenly I felt a dull pain in the back of my head. Ow! I sat up from the bed to rub my head and shut off the alarm. The pain subsided quickly, and it was then that I fully take in my surroundings. I found myself in a comfortable room. Hey, it is kind of snazzy. I like the coloring and stuff. Soft lighting rested against the warm-colored walls. The furniture was devoid of any dust or dirt, and the bed itself was extremely plush. An unassuming painting hung just above my head. I scooted from the center of the bed, kicked my feet out from under the covers, and began perusing the room of its amenities. A roomy closet, a small writing desk in the corner, and a single bathroom. It was overall a rather luxurious room without seeming overly elegant in its design. The room is comfortable enough, but how on earth did it get here? Am I imagining this? Hey, what's going on, Ollie? You're not that late. We just started. I hope I didn't hit my head. I went to my bathroom, turned the cold tap, and let my cupped hands fill with the crisp water before splashing my face. Ew, you don't know where that water came from? Don't do that. The chills snapped my senses awake as I took a moment to collect myself. Oh my god! This is so cool! Well, as far as I can tell, at least I'm in one piece. I noticed my everyday coat was on a hanger behind me. I pulled the coat on and adjusted myself. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate it. It wouldn't hurt to recall the basics. My name is Echo Pine. Okay, yeah, their name was Echo. Okay, I was right. I'm a student at Calm Mind Institute, coming toward the end of my final year. My best friend is Ashley. Ashley. The last thing I remember was seeing my best friend Ashley off for the day as she went to take care of her horses. Ashley, I wonder if she made it home all right. I admit I was a little less thorough in making sure she made it into her house that late afternoon, but I'm sure she's all right. Oh, that kind of reminds me of Your Turn to Die a little bit. Or, I hope. I racked my brain, thinking about that evening. Ooh. Oh, there's Ashley. Ashley Westbridge. All right, thanks for the lift. Hi, Chiaki, what's up? And be careful with your ankle. I can't believe you insisted on driving even though it's sprained. It's no problem at all. Besides, my ankle is almost done healing, so it's no big deal. It's not like I drive with that foot anyway. How old are they? We driving? I'm just worried, since I can't walk you to the door. I wanted to see if Applejack was in a petting mood tonight. Hey, that's such a cute name for a horse. Applejack. My house is right there. You don't need to worry. And if she is, I'll make sure to give that kitty a good scratching for you. Oh, wait, we're talking about the cat. I thought it was the horse. All right, thanks. Night, Ash. Good night, Echo. I left the car in park and watched as Ashley crossed the lawn. I declined putting any more strain on my left ankle since it was still recovering from a sprain, but I remained vigilant. The My Little Pony fans be like, hey, what up, Applejack? Her porch light wasn't on, so as she got closer to the house, she faded into the evening shadows. I waited a few more minutes until I heard her front door close. Okay, time to get back. I shifted back into the drive and left the wheels crawl before accelerating. But upon my slow graze across the gravel, I didn't see her living room light turn on. I was worried, but I was certain I heard her front door close. Oh yeah, this art is fantastic now. Holy crap. Was I really certain though? I remember clearly driving off, not seeing her living room light turn on, then... Whoa. We got a lot of CGs already. I'm loving that. Nothing. Suddenly, a darkness welled up inside me. So this kind of starts off similar to Zero Escape, some of the Zero Escape games, or even Your Turn to Die. Was I in this strange, unremote location because I didn't make sure my friend was safe in her home? No, that would be absurd. Those two things can't be linked together just because I was less cautious than usual. This has changed a lot. Yeah, like a lot of things are different now. I combed through the room once more and realized I didn't have any of my personal possessions on hand or in the room itself. No phone to call Ashley to make sure she's okay. Sure, there was an ancient landline service phone in the room, but I didn't know where I was to begin with. I started to panic. I remember Echo being like the smallest bean. Yeah, same. I had to get out of here. I got so caught up in both my head and an unprovoked fear that I threw the door open with full force, nearly hitting the person just outside. Oh, who's outside my room? And that person just happened to be Ashley. Whoa, watch it. Ash? Huh? Echo? It was strange. The very friend I thought I suffered a consequence for not making sure they made it home safe was standing right in front of me for some inexplicable reason. You're okay. Wow, dude. I am loving what they did with the art in this. Wow. Ashley Westbridge, a dear old friend of mine. She's what some people would call a horse girl, which seems like a vague thing to call someone who just happens to tend to equines. That irreverent thought aside. Yeah, of course I'm okay. But what about you? You're pale as a ghost. Ha, I just got a little worked up is all. I woke up in this unknown place and I thought it was because I didn't see your lights go on in your house before I drove off. I rattled off the thoughts that stirred my fears just moments ago. Echo, it's okay. You don't have to worry about a thing. I made it home to take care of Hyperion. All in one piece. I was just a little tired is all. So I went straight to the stables behind the house and took the back door entrance. Sorry I worried you. That scared me. The music scared me. Ashley wrapped me in a big, familiar hug, and I immediately felt calm. Thanks, Ash. I know I shouldn't get so worked up about stuff like that, but sometimes I can't help it. You know, one thought led to another, and I just jumped to the worst possible conclusion. What's up, Mad Dinosaur? How you been? Thanks for coming to the stream. Oh, Echo, you needn't fret so much. You'll make yourself sick with worry. However, I can totally understand where your worry might come from, especially in this scenario. Yeah, just where are we? Yes, that is the question. With my mind and heart at ease, I discussed the situation with Ashley. I told her that I woke up not long ago thanks to the provided alarm clock, and her experience was just the same. She too felt the dull pain of a lingering headache upon awakening. And she too felt a brief moment of confusion due to the unknown setting. What is backdoor, Owo? What is that? I couldn't find any of my possessions in my room. I tried to find my phone to call you, but no luck. I didn't have anything of note in my room either. I don't have any of my things with me like my satchel or phone. It's odd. Although there aren't any answers to the obvious questions like, how did we get here? Where are my things? Etc, etc. I strangely feel comfortable here. Hey, don't get too comfortable. I'm just saying. Blaze, when we make the trial execution chapter 1 on Super Mario Rampa, it's not out yet. I think it might be that super plush bed. Not going to lie, I really like that back home. We laugh among ourselves and decided to explore what seemed to be some sort of mansion. It's Luigi's mansion. I still felt uneasy, but thanks to seeing a familiar face, I felt a little safer. I closed my room door behind me. noticing there was a plaque that was adorned with the symbol of my high school. Looking further down the hall, the various other door plaques shared the same features. I spotted Ashley's right away as well. It seems her room was just adjacent to mine across the hall. This gives me Danganronpa V3 vibes a little bit. Looks like there are other students here as well. Other plaques with school emblems, I'm assuming. Seems that way. Although I haven't ran into anyone yet. Not literally like you, of course. Very funny. The hall interior was all very ornate, with dark wood lining the walls and candle sconces lighting the path. The dark wood floor was covered in a thick woven rug that created a path toward an opening in the hallway. I feel strangely comfortable. Smash cuts to Monokuma going, kill each other. I think I could hear some others down the hall. Ashley took the lead as we curiously walked through the hall, taking in the ambiance as we gazed at the miscellaneous paintings of nature that hung on the wall. I wonder if the mascot's still the same. I think the mascot in this was a human, right? It wasn't like a robot or anything, or a bear or anything among that. The sound of lively conversation grew louder as we approached the connecting room. Oh, it's a K-pop song. I haven't really gotten into K-pop yet. Sure enough, there were 3 other people having a lively chat in the foyer. Hey, you two. Good of you to make it. I was wondering how many other people were going to come around. Dude, they have transitions now that look really clean. The art is definitely brushed up a lot, like 100 times more than it was in the alpha or beta version of this. You could just count how many doors with plaques there are in the living quarters hallway. Nah, I'm not attentive enough for something like that. I'll just figure it out from how many of you I meet up with. You're awfully carefree, aren't you? Yeah, it's because I have good company with you lovely folks. They're not amused at all. They are not amused at all. Oh, come on. What's with the cold shoulders? I'm just here to have a good time. The person with the hat continued preoccupying his present less than willing company with his lively conversation. I quietly took in the atmosphere of the foyer before approaching the group. The main clearing was huge. It featured a shiny white marble floor extending into 2 spiraling staircases on either side of its circular walls. An elevator resided in the center of the wall, opposite from the front door. A beautiful grand chandelier hung from the center of a marbled ceiling, just above a modest table at ground level. The wooden table itself was rather bare, only containing a decorative flower vase and a very polite note printed on premium grade cardstock. Speaker! Thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion. Please make your welcome official by signing it and utilizing the bracelets that have been provided. Oh boy, bracelets! That's gonna end well, right? Weren't the original backgrounds just stock photos? Yeah, I think they were. Simply tap the bracelet to the digital kiosk that is located at the foot of the stairs. Oh no. I lifted my left wrist to see the bracelet in question. It was a light, simple thing, a rose gold plate with my name on it, strung into a bracelet with a small chain of the same color. I hadn't even noticed it until now. That is actually really pretty. I like the rose gold. That's a good one. That's a good color. Ashley was admiring hers just as I did. Her bracelet hung on her right wrist, just above her own wood cuff bracelet. I looked over at the other students' wrists as well, and they all had the same thing, albeit presumably with their own names. What was the purpose of these things anyway? Rather than get absorbed in wondering about the small decoration, I decided to join in small conversation. Danganronpa Lapse Royal. Bracelets are always good in a death game. UDG is proof of that. Yeah, very true. Hello there. Have you 3 already scanned your bracelets? Yes, we all convened here just a few minutes ago. I would recommend you scan your bracelets on the kiosk as well, since it grants access to rooms after the welcome. Oh, well then don't mind if I do. I went over to the aforementioned kiosk that was nestled strangely within the luxurious decor. Almost definitely reference from the 999 shots, yeah. The kiosk displayed a simple map of the first floor layout by default. The foyer led to 4 locations: the living quarters, the dining hall, the study, and the theater. Ooh, pretty. I held up my wrist close to the screen and it quickly detected my bracelet. displaying a sparse summary of information, my name, and a profile picture. Echo Pine. Thank you for signing in. You may now roam the first floor freely. Your bracelet corresponds to your room and your room alone. They are paramount to keeping your personal room and its belongings safe. Please take care of it. We'll remember that, hopefully. Please make yourself comfortable with all the given accommodations, and once again, welcome. The screen went to the original map screen as it was before I scanned my bracelet. I stepped aside to let Ashley sign in as well, and in the meantime, got to introducing myself to the other students. Yeah, this is the full game. What was your name? Tyler. This is the full game. It's out. It just came out. Hey there, I'm Echo Pine, and this is my friend, Ashley Westbridge. Nice to meet you all. Likewise, I'm Arturo Compapiano, but just Art is perfectly fine. Yeah, we're gonna be calling you Art from now on. Missy Vesper, the pleasure is all mine. Oh, Kanon. Okay, Kanon Oda. Have you all met before? She's so cute. She's adorable. The full game? Yeah, this is the full game. That would be a negative. Nothing like making new friends though, right? Kanon said nothing, instead letting out a loud sigh with absolutely no subtlety and hiding her annoyance toward Art's enthusiasm. I see. The game looks so polished and neat. It does. That said, you mentioned you two are acquainted? Oh, yeah. We were pen pals the summer before high school started, and we just became close over time. That's quite endearing. Yeah, it is pretty cute, huh? I like her nails. Her nails are pretty. Oh, thank you. I didn't expect that kind of answer from Missy. Maybe she's the type to secretly cry at romantic novels or movies. Well, if we're all signed in, why don't we visit the dining hall? I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel tea is in order after waking up. Oh, that sounds nice. I love tea. I'm in favor of that idea. I'd like to explore afterwards as well. Yeah, I wonder who else we're going to run into. This is exciting. Missy walked briskly towards the dining hall, which was just opposite of the living quarters hall before we entered the foyer. Art followed quickly, after which just left Kanon back in the giant clearing. I'll explore at my own pace, thank you. Oh, okay. I suppose we'll see you later? With a curt and definitive statement, Kanon made her case, stating that she was going to stay put in the foyer. Okay, well, have fun in there, I guess. Ashley and I followed the other two into the dining hall, leaving Kanon to her business. I can't wait to see chapter 3 to the end. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. The dining hall was rather small and intimate. A simple long woodcraft table and modest chandelier created the centerpiece. A black marble fireplace with a natural painting hanging just above decorated the far wall. The table setting bore 16 chairs, 14 on each side and 2 on the heads of the table. The table was already decorated with light accessories, candelabra, small vases of flowers, and an encyclopedia about ships. The room itself was connected to a small kitchen, one with the usual kitchen staple appliances: an oven, a refrigerator, a large dishwashing sink, a gas range, and all the utensils and tools one might need. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. That's really pretty, by the way. I'd like to be here. This is a really nice place. This is better than Hope's Peak, for sure. A small storehouse pantry was off to the side, with nothing of readily edible interest to the common person. How do you guys remember this Fangan? This was like so many years ago. It was like 3 years ago. Wow, this place is super loaded, huh? Art made a beeline for the two-sided room. Art made a beeline for the two side rooms, poking in and out of the dining hall between the pantry and kitchen. Missy, on the other hand, gazed slowly around the dining hall itself. It's a very fine setting, but not so much that it feels oppressively high-end. Yup, everything looks to be in order for a good meal. Art finally stopped pacing around and sat at one of the seats, kicking his feet up on the table as he looked around the room. Missy noticeably shook her head at the action. But, where is everyone? This place seats like a bunch of people. There are only 5 of us. I wonder if no one else woke up yet. Maybe others ignored their alarms? Some people like to sleep in and all. I approached the natural painting above the fireplace, admiring the soft colors and brushwork. As I stood in front of it, the painting faded out to reveal what looked to be an emblem. Ooh. Following the display of the emblem screen, an announcement came from overhead speakers within the room, the voice silvery and modulated. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a lovely stay. Feel free to utilize the kitchen to your heart's content, or if you are unable to, you may use the automated cook feature by tapping your bracelet onto the kitchen's digital kiosk and selecting a meal. Ooh, it cooks for us? I mean, where's this technology right now? Or if neither of those suit your particular taste, you may consult your group's ultimate level kitchen hand. The emblem disappeared, returning the screen to its initial artwork displayed. But what did that mean? What's an ultimate level kitchen hand? I turned to ask one of the other students, but it looked like Art had already figured it out. Or rather, figured something out. Whatever he started going on about next made no sense to me. Ooh, I get it. This is the safe house a private group provided for us since we signed up for the preservation project. Huh? You signed up to be here? Yeah, of course. If I guessed correctly, we all seem to be ultimate students. There's some serious ultimate vibes in this room, don't you think? I guess? Yes, that seems to be the case. What's an ultimate student? What's up, Ice Cold? Don't tell me you don't know. Oh man, what are you even doing here? Ultimate students are typically high school students that super excelled in their field of expertise. They are often scouted by groups with various intentions, virtuous or nefarious. They will often have a focused set of skills that makes their abilities desirable to certain people, and with good reason. If there's a talent you can think of, there's possibly an ultimate student out there that'll knock your socks off with their amazingness. So you're saying everyone here is super talented? You're kidding, right? You've been walking around this whole time with Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate jockey, and you didn't even know? Oh, well, you guys knew? You guys knew? Huh? Ultimate jockey? I don't really talk about my talent outside my usual day-to-day. I've heard of Ashley Westbridge's accomplishments. She can wrangle just about any horse and ride them to victory. It's quite impressive to be able to tame such creatures, and any variety nonetheless. However, I've read that you excel best with your main partner, Hyperion, a Pinto Trakener? What is that? Is that a type of horse? Is that a breed of horse? Never heard of it. Oh my, I didn't realize my achievements were so widely regarded. It's a little embarrassing hearing others remark upon them. Wow, even so. I looked over to Ashley, who, despite the sudden grandeur, looked as modest as ever. Honestly, I just thought you were a typical horse girl. Yeah, right? What is a horse? Need to brush up on my breeds of horses? Yeah, same. I gotta go watch Barbie Horse Adventures. Please, if you was a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you be? I don't know. I don't know whether to find that humbling or insulting to my talent. So Ashley held the title of Ultimate Jockey, huh? So what is my talent then? I was curious to know what that implied. I never knew her to be particularly eccentric when it came to her lifestyle at the stables. For how long during our friendship did she have that title? So you've been an ultimate this whole time and I never knew? Like, what the... Enough about me. What about you two? I admit, I can't really put a talent to either of your names. With this newfound knowledge of the situation, I was curious to learn about the other students here. What? Horses are real? No way! What's an equestrian? Is that a My Little Pony thing? Wait, what? No. Your name is Art, right? May I ask what your talent is? Sure, I'm the ultimate golfer. Oh, these look so good. They did a good job with this. Oh, I love that transition. It's so smooth. I'll never miss my mark. Total holes in one all day, every day. Wow, how did you manage that? I don't know. I can't stand having to put more energy into extra strokes, so I make the first and last one count. What was that other fan game that we've... Oh, wait. Doesn't Eden's Garden have an ultimate golfer? I'm pretty sure. What kind of reason was that to become a pro golfer? That's an interesting way to go about it. I can't even imagine being able to control the club like that. It took a lot of practice for sure. I used to golf a lot with my grandpa. It was all in good fun back in the day, so I guess I never really thought about it as work, you know? Brave Danganronpa, that one does too. I've flubbed a few times, sure, but who doesn't? But the golfer in Brave Danganronpa was mean though. He was like an antagonist. It was weird. Art seems to have taken a lot of pride with his title. It's admirable. We got Missy. What those individual groups or institutions do with the students is beyond me. I've never heard many stories of success or failure from anyone who's had the luxury of being accepted. In any case, don't take much stock in the title, is all I'm saying. I have to admit, though, I am rather curious of the titles now that the subject's been brought up. That's understandable. I'm the ultimate tactician. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. We don't talk about that golfer? Yeah, we don't talk about that one. Tactician? Like battle tactics? No, it's more like political campaign tactics and strategies. The less interesting of the two people you usually think of. Aw, that kind of sucks. You seemed really interesting until you said politics. I've been at the forefront of numerous political campaigns and battles, many of which I've been employed to strategize against by opposing forces. Really? Aren't you basically manipulating the winner outcome then? The choice is not mine, but the people's. I simply put the message out, framing it in the most self-beneficial way possible for each side. I think political campaigns can be interesting. No, they're not. But would an ultimate campaign manager be a more appropriate title? Well, I'm not the one who came up with the title. I see. Missy seems to be a very self-assured person who doesn't seem to care much for the extravagance an ultimate title implies. Politics, not my thing. Yeah, same. I'm like, not for me. Such captivating talents. I'd love to watch one of your games, Art. Aw, it's nothing. I bet horse racing is much more interesting. Indeed, your feats of athleticism are quite impressive. Yeah, I admit it's hard to imagine. It's really not such a big deal, Echo. Honestly, the whole ultimate student thing feels a tad bit blown out of proportion. But you're supposed to be the best, right? You're the best of the best of the best. Hold on, I had to pull something up, sorry. Sensing Ashley was done with the praise, I shifted the topic. It's election season, there's another month to go and I'm already tired of politics. There it is. I'm with Eris on that one. Well, now that we're all acquainted, why don't we look around some more? Looks like there's more to be seen upstairs. Oh yes, it was a pleasure talking to you two. Don't be a stranger. We can explore together. Art's echoing voice sounded through the dining hall. Oh man, the kitchen features are cool. What's this? Clunk. Everyone's just like, oh crap, this guy. On second thought, I might keep an eye on Art for a little. I'm sure he won't mind the company. All right, we'll see you around. I was done with politics since I turned 18. I'm dead. That's when politics are supposed to start in your life. Ashley and I stepped out of the dining hall into the foyer once more. Kanon didn't stay for long. The foyer was devoid of her presence. Where to? There are stairs going up, but I think we should check out the entirety of this floor first. I was thinking the same. Why don't you pick where we go next? Sure. The other locations are the study and theater. Let's visit the... I want to go to the theater. Let's go to the theater. I was done with politics since I was 16. You didn't even start. Ashley and I walked across the hallways to our next location, the theater. The theater was something to behold. Although it was a fairly intimate scene with a few rows of seats and a medium-sized stage, it still had an air of elegance thanks to the decor. The rich red velvet curtains glowed underneath the gaze of a bright spotlight. The stage itself was occupied by 3 students who seemed to be having a heated discussion. You really want to stand by that theory? Hey, to each their own. I'm not knocking you for not thinking the obvious. Let's settle down, please. Oh, they're all adorable. The freaking art is so amazing. Absolutely not. I have no intention of changing my view for this scoundrel. Geez, scoundrel? That's cold, especially to a stranger. You two don't need to get so heated about something like this. It's an important matter between 2 strongly opinionated people. So we agree on that matter. Maybe I should cut in? What's going on here? The 3 turn around, surprised, presumably from not being able to see me at the unlit foot of the stage. Need you ask such a foolish question? We are discussing the dire and apparently questionable existence of this. The The white-haired student crouched down to reveal a painting that was turned away from the audience. It was a framed picture of what looked like ink blot art. Oh, I know what that is. Danganronpa. Yeah, I've seen it. Oh, I see. You're trying to figure out what the painting is. It's a dog, right? It's a dog. Yes, and what do you see? I stared at it for a moment, but looked up at the two patiently, in all seriousness, waiting for my answer. It's definitely a dog. I'll have to think about it. No immediate answer. I felt his judging eyes pierce my soul. It's a dog. Not everything has to be a dog. Yeah, that is from 999. It's clearly an elephant. I remember when I did a 999 playthrough, I thought it was an elephant too. I was like, that looks like an elephant. It's Cthulhu. Looks like a horse to me. Everybody put your guys' guesses. What do you guys think it is? So just a different four-legged animal. The conversation seemed pretty heated. I might have better luck if I just talk to them individually. I don't think they're gonna say what it is, but I'm gonna show you guys what it is. If I can pull it up. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Oh my god, it literally popped up on screen for like 2 seconds and then went away. I gotta screenshot it. There it is. It's a dog. I think that, isn't that a Boston Terrier? Yeah, please don't spam. Spamming's annoying. Thank you. But yeah, it's so pretty. Is it my soul? It is your soul. I don't know my dogs like that, but I think it's a Boston Terrier. It's a dog. It's a cute dog, right? I saw a bunny the first time I saw it. Really? A bunny? It could be a toucan. That's hilarious. I visited the white-haired student on the stage. So, about the painting, I think I do see the elephant. Ah, no need to feign understanding. I am quite self-assured that the painter's intention was to illustrate an elephant, as abstract as it appears. Uh-huh. I stared at the painting a little bit longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into being what he claimed was the true subject. Yeah, I mean, if you keep thinking it's an elephant, you're probably going to see an elephant in there. Despite being told what the elephant was, I couldn't make out anything within the shapes. So do you have an eye for this kind of thing? An eye for abstract art? Ahime, my friend, I am not an ultimate artist. I'm the ultimate opera singer. Although there is a rhetoric setting, so my interpretation is valid. But yeah, what, huh? He rambled on about something a bit further before stopping himself. Yo, calm down. We get it. Right. Ah, but where are my manners? Forte solo. Charmed, I'm sure. Ultimate opera singer. He gave a deep bow as he introduced himself, slowly rose, and went to look at the painting some more, indicating an end to the conversation. He sure has some interestingly placed dramatic moments. I like how he just said screw you and just went back to looking at the painting. An elephant shows up out of nowhere. I can see both elephant and a dog. This white-haired man is so cute. He's giving me Kazuha Kaihara. Who is that? He is speedrunning his introduction. Yeah, you saw that. The girl who was caught in the middle of the quarrel stepped down from the stage and left the other two to glare at each other in silence. Pandora Espire. Nice to meet you. Likewise, I'm Echo Pine. Echo Pine? I hope we get along. So I was informed that this little group of students is composed of students that have ultimate talents. Did you happen to have a title of some sort? Oh, yes. I am also... Wait, blah. Oh, yes. I am known as the Ultimate Baker. Ultimate Baker! She's adorable, though. Pandora is definitely adorable. And yourself? About that. I don't seem to know. I don't think I have one, if I'm being honest. I'm the reserve course student, like Hajime. That's no matter. It doesn't make you any more or less of a person. So what do you think the painting is? I'm not really sure myself, but for something as ambiguous as that, it can be whatever the viewer wants it to be. Yes, it can be. It can be whatever you think it is. I suppose so. Perhaps it isn't the subject of this piece that is more important, but rather, it is the emotion it conveys to the individual. Black and white are quite striking colors to work with, are they not? There's a lot of symbolism behind those two simple colors. But I can only wonder if the artist behind the piece enjoyed creating it. The art wouldn't have come to life otherwise, so I don't see why not. I agree. Pandora, she's such a warm presence. Aww. You got a little crush, Echo? Nah. I approached the student wearing the fur-lined jacket. So, about the painting, I think I do see the dog. You don't have to lie. I don't care about what it is. In fact, I don't even know what the painting is either, so I made something up. A dog is an easy thing to imagine. It's just a practice of pareidolia? Pareidolia? What is that? The act of perceiving a subject or significance where there is no meaningful interpretation. For example, seeing objects in clouds, formations, or hearing indistinct voices and random noise. And in this case, seeing a dog in an abstract painting. Dogs are common enough animals, yeah? Who doesn't like to think about dogs? Yeah, I'm with you on that. Why not? I stared at the painting a little bit longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into being what he said. Even if he did make it up. Despite being told what the subject was, I couldn't make out anything within the shapes. Yeah, see? Now that he says dog, I see dog. And then when we were talking to Forte and he kept saying elephant, I was seeing an elephant. So it really messes with your mind. Isn't it a little cruel to make something up when he's so intense about it? I just wanted him to explain why he saw what he did, but he truly wouldn't. So much for friendly discussion. To each their own, I suppose. Well, anyway, I'm just going around meeting everyone. I would tell you my talent if I had one. You don't have an ultimate title? Or you can't remember? He seemed to be muttering under his breath about the last statement, but I paid him no mind and waited for his response. I'm Lyle Termina, the ultimate puzzle master. A connoisseur of word puzzles. Okay, I see you. Block puzzles, escape room puzzles, the like. So, he's OP. He's gonna get us out of here. We're out. Deuces. Now, if you don't mind. Lyle turned back to the painting, ending our conversation abruptly. Puzzles, huh? Maybe he was trying to unscramble the shapes in that painting. Ashley and I left Forte and Lyle to have their spat in peace. Pandora stayed behind, trying still to settle the two down. Puzzle Boy is here. He's amazing too. I don't really get Kokichi vibes from his like demeanor though, but I get why people are saying that because he has purple hair and he looks kind of like him, I guess. Ew. Forte and Lila were kind of intense, huh? I'll say. I never really had a sharp eye for art, so what they were talking about is beyond me. And Pandora is brave for trying to calm them down. It takes a certain kind of person to want to intervene when things get heated, huh? Why are they all so fascinated by a god painting? I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's go to the study next. You played this game also a while ago, Mario? That sounds cool. The study was cramped. Encyclopedias that filled to the ceiling covered an abundance of subjects, ranging anywhere from medieval to athletic. Or medical, sorry. Anywhere from medical to athletic. There was a small office corner provided for studying the tomes in relative ease. Another digital kiosk stood off to the side, showing a searchable list of books in the study. Ashley observed the kiosk curiously as I gawked at the variety of reading materials stuffed in the shelves. Oh wow, this equestrian encyclopedia was published only 2 years ago. I have an old version, so this could be really interesting. You would be excited about that. You love your horses. What? Now that you know I'm the ultimate jockey, it all makes sense? No, you're still the same old horse girl I know, but with a fancy title. There were 2 other students taking residence in the library, one meekly hiding in the corner and the other calmly leafing through their book of choice. Aw, they're adorable. I like this one. I like the one on the right. They're so adorable. I like his shirt too. His shirt's dope. I approached the meek student standing in one of the dark corners of the study. Hey there. Sorry to spook you. I was just going around meeting everyone. I'm Echo Pine. I was dragged out of my room by that guy over there. He's evil. Evil! I peered over at the aforementioned person who just looked to be calmly inspecting the rows of books. Ugh, fine. He didn't drag me out. I ran into him when I was wandering around. I just wanted to be alone in the study. I remember her. Dang, y'all got good memory. You're going to the movies? What are you gonna go see, Eris? She shot me a troubled glance after admitting her lie. Can you tell me about yourself? Me? I'm Sei Kono. I'm a watchmaker. Would you then by chance be called the ultimate watchmaker? I guess you could say that. I just tinker with watches and stuff. They go for really high prices apparently, but I don't particularly care for the money. Ultimate watchmaker. I like that talent. It's pretty unique. Sonic 2 was so good! I freaking love Sonic 2! It was a great movie. You're gonna enjoy it. Someone once offered me 3 luxury cars for a single watch. Wait, really? You must have some very well-admired craftsmanship. I guess so, but I can't even drive. What was I going to do with 3 cars? I mean, save them for when you can drive. Why not? She clammed up and awkwardly turned back around to face the bookshelf corner. I didn't want to pry, so I just left her alone. Still need to watch it too? Yo, dude, you're gonna love it when you see it. It's a great movie. Sonic 2, it's very fun. Very, very fun. And I love how they wrote Tails and Knuckles in the movie. Very, very awesome. The green-haired student noticed me approaching him and deftly flipped his book shut with one hand, giving me his full attention. Now he's cool. He is freaking cool. Good morning. I immediately felt that attention to be near palpable from his focused gaze alone. Are you finding everything all right? The study is quite a pleasant atmosphere, wouldn't you agree? Oh, yes. It's very well accommodated. The study as well as the rest of the facility are all nicely prepared. Indeed. You could spend days in this well-kept study enriching your mind in regards to whatever subject your heart desires. Does that sound like an inviting prospect? I don't see why not. A location for Ultimate Students should be in peak condition, right? This preservation project situation seems to be equipped for comfort. Ah, so you've been made aware of the preservation project. He hesitated, as if chewing meticulously on his next statement. Do you have an ultimate talent? If I'm being honest, I'm not sure I even know what my talent is, considering this situation seems to revolve around it. Everyone I've met so far has some kind of title. I admire your candor. Who knows? You might have some innate skills that you personally think are average. Maybe. You think so? I feel pretty ordinary, and I've never really been the center of mass attention for anything in particular. The skill might just require a specific habitat, so to speak. Luckily, this appears to be the ideal place and social environment for expanding upon such hidden abilities. He's smart! What the freak? I like this guy. However, I wouldn't worry much about it. Whatever underlying passion or talent you have is for you, and you alone, to enjoy. That's reassuring. I feel like I've stumbled into something out of my league with so many skilled students. If you don't mind me asking, what's your talent? It's hard to describe. I'm called the ultimate charisma. Cyrus? Cyric, by the way. Your last name is your first name backwards? I like it. I'm a semi-Sonic fan. I like the main characters, but I haven't gotten too deep into the lore. You don't really need to get too deep into the lore to appreciate Sonic 2, let me tell you. It's a great movie. Nice to meet you. Back at you. A pleasure. I didn't really understand the implication of his title, but I could feel a sort of alluring presence to him. I suppose that's what charisma is. Hey, what's up, Darkslayer? Welcome. After meeting with the 2 others in the study, Ashley and I chatted about the other students. So we met Sei and Cyrus, a watchmaker and charismatic person, respectively. I suppose one could become talented at improving their characteristics if they wanted to. Could be similar to managing a brand, perhaps. Maybe. Regardless, they seem nice enough. I'm charismatic as hell, and I'm seeing this makes me happy. Aw, that's nice, Apollo. I thought the Sonic movie would be bad. I guess I'll need to watch it. Trust me, Wins. It's really good. I thought it would be bad too. I mean, like, I thought the first one was gonna be bad, but it was actually pretty good. And then I saw the second movie, and the second movie was better than the first. So I was really taken aback by that. Yeah, Sei seems sweet, if not a little shy. What is charisma? Like you just being really good at, you know, conversing with people, being very social. After wandering around the first floor, Ashley and I paused in the living quarters hallway to gather our thoughts. So those are all the available locations on this floor. I guess the rooms are interesting enough, but more importantly, I wonder just how many other students there are. That other student from earlier, Kanon, just counted the doors, right? Why don't we go check it out? But who knows if there are more students on other floors? There were stairs going up in the foyer, so we should check that area out too. And speaking of Kanon, I wonder what her talent is. Wait, that aside, how did I never know you had a super talent in horse racing? Huh? Well, it just never came up. I knew a lot of people before you who didn't particularly care for how much time I'd spend at the stables and racetrack, but I just stopped bringing it up. Besides, it's just easier to tell people I tend to horses. So what does being an ultimate level jockey imply? Does that mean you win a lot? Come on, Echo. I don't want to bore you with superficial numbers. I'll just say my win percentage is 44% and top 3 percentage is 84%. I don't know what those numbers are supposed to mean. Anyway, I'm not just a horse girl. I have other pets too. Yeah, like your cat, Applejack? Of course you'd remember Applejack. How could I not? She clawed up all my school vests. Uh-oh, it's time. The deep ringing of a school bell rang across the halls, echoing through the building. Then an announcement came over what seemed to be hidden overhead speakers in the ceiling. It is now 9 a.m. The second floor amenities are now open and will stay open until 7 p.m. Second floor? Wait, what? After the announcement, we saw Pandora filter out of one of the first floor rooms and into the halls. Oh, Ashley and Echo, would you like to visit the second floor with me? Sure. We were just wondering about it as well. By the way, did you get anything to eat from the dining hall? Huh? Oh no, I was a little distracted by the whole ultimate students thing. You're in luck. I made some croissants earlier. Here, help yourself. I love croissants. She produced two items folded in cloth from her apron pocket. I accepted the small cloth-covered detail, the light, and unwrapped it carefully, revealing a small bite-sized croissant. A heavenly, warm aroma filled the halls. From the fragrance alone, I was enveloped in the comfort of feeling the sun's rays on my skin. Ash and I took one each and bit into the flaky, buttery dough. Ooh, that's so good. Give me the croissant. I love croissants. A piece of chocolate inside melted as soon as it hit my tongue. Wait, there was chocolate in the croissant? What? It was smooth and rich, contrasting the light and sweet crumb of the dough housing it. Oh, that sounds so good. Wow, that's the ultimate baker for you. I can't say that. You're speaking in French. Merci, but it's nothing at all. I just really enjoy baking. There's the French again, bro. The French! They're always here! Turn the music down. We always circle back to French all the time. Like, it always happens. I can't escape. Look on people's faces when they smell delectably fresh bread coming out of the oven. The warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you eat your favorite food. Such a feeling is priceless. Pandora was right. After enjoying the croissant, I felt an intense nostalgia for my younger days, which I would spend summers running around outside, basking in the fresh afternoon sun. Aw. Blaze hates the French, confirm. I don't hate them. I'm just like, they're everywhere. That was the power of an ultimate baker's delicacies. To invoke a warmth and sense of familiarity. What a wonderful thing. I feel like every time we've done a Fangan, there was one person that either spoke French, they were French, like, they bake like a French person. Like, I don't know anything about Miraculous Ladybug, but I heard it's a really good show. I don't know what Asterisk is or Fort Boyard. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I noticed you two are quite close. Have you met before? Echo's my best friend. We've known each other for 4 years now. Ah, something in French. A long friendship is something to cherish. Definitely. Echo's always been there for me, even if they are a little worrisome. Hey, how could you say that? I'm just looking out for you. I kid, of course. I really appreciate your concern, but you should think about yourself sometimes too. Yeah, hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. 100 likes would be awesome. Pandora smiled sweetly as we had our little back and forth. Sorry. Why don't we get going? No worries. Shall we? My favorite comedian from France is Remy Gallard. I've never heard of them. You gotta learn the basics of life. Yeah, French. French is very important in my everyday life. Plays when they realize they can beat up French people and punch out. The three of us walked back down the hallway toward the foyer, where the stairs to the second floor were. Hey, Pandora, did you meet anyone else this morning? Anyone else? I can't say that I have. So far, I've only been acquainted with you two, Forte and Lyle. Oh, sorry. I thought you might have run into a few others like we have. This morning I went to the dining hall, then to the theater. Unfortunately, Forte and Lyle kept me from going anywhere else with their argument. If we didn't see you, then you must have woke up much earlier than us, huh? I can count to 3 in French. That's more than enough for me. You're good right there, Owo. That's correct. I suppose you could say my internal clock has been tuned to my habits, given my day-to-day life. That's okay, Sheesh. That sounds awesome. I wake very early to make sure my dough from the night before has properly risen. Prepare any glazes I might need. Prep my workstation. Oh, but I must be boring you with my daily routine. No, that sounds awesome. I love that. No, not at all. It's fascinating, honestly. Echo is simping right now. Hold on. You're sweet, Echo. Perhaps I'll invite you to help me tomorrow morning. Hope you're awake at 4:30 a.m. Heck no. Oh, sure. I can't promise I'll be fully awake, though. Pandora laughed lightly in jest as she went on her merry way up the stairs. I did French for like 5 years in school. We didn't have French in my school. We only had Spanish. Yeah, what's up, Cringe Rabbit? Ashley and I followed suit, and we were met with another digital kiosk at the top of the staircase. The screen displayed another map, the time of the second floor locations. The atrium, the spa lounge, the climbing center, and the jazz club. Hey, we can all snap together at the jazz club. The jazz club sounds awesome. What kind of mansion has a climbing center in it? Maybe the owner is an eccentric rock climber. I think the assortment of activities is presented to cater to the unique talents of various students. In fact, the kitchen pantry has a wealth of resources. I was quite surprised to find such fresh and rare ingredients. I imagine other ultimate chefs would be pleased with the selection as well. That's a good point. There was a theater on the first floor after all. Forte and other ultimate performers probably utilized the room as a place to further hone their skills. A preservation project, it seemed like this group wanted to accommodate a myriad of intense and unique students. I wondered what kind of group had the ability to provide such a vast selection of activities and resources. That's a good question, actually. Give me 1 second. Did you just say you're too white for all of this? What are you too white for? The jazz club? Rock climbing? Where to first? The art is so good, it really is. It's phenomenal. I'm curious about the climbing center. The mansion must be huge if it can house something exciting like that here. I'd like to see the spa lounge. It must be a lovely, relaxing place. Echo, why don't you decide? What? Okay. Where should we go, guys? Spa lounge or the climbing center? What sounds more interesting? The spa lounge? I would love to have, like, you know, a nice facial. Not that kind of facial, but, you know, like wearing a mask. Or, those things that, you know, people do. They have that little machine and it, like, cleans your face. Hey, Joel, what's going on? Thanks for the $4.99. Not my man Echo acting up for Pandora right in front of Ashley. This Makoto, Sayaka, and Kyoko all over again. Right. Spa? Too white for jazz. Well, nobody told Jerry Seinfeld that. Right. Are they too white for French? A language that is mostly spoken by people in a predominantly white country? Yikes. Ashley's a third. Ashley is kind of third wheeling right now, huh? Let's go to the spa lounge. Let's explore the spa lounge. We inspected the map for our route to the spa and made our way there in no time at all. Echo uses they and them? Oh, they didn't even say that yet. They didn't even bring that up yet. The spa lounge was serene and welcoming. A shallow pool was laid into the marble floor. A mesmerizing opalescent ceiling mirrored the pool above it. Several simple relaxation loungers lined the walls for general leisure. Off to the side was a storeroom stocked with a perfumey inventory of scented oils, bath soaks, and skincare products. Just by the storeroom doorway sat a familiar kiosk. Ah, I'd love to spend some time here. Pandora sat in one of the lounge chairs, stretching her arms above her head before relaxing her hands on her lap. But now that I think about it, are facilities like this meant to be self-run by the residing students? Pandora brought up an interesting observation. The kitchen offered fully automated meals, but they still provided the option of having the student utilize the kitchen and tools. I'm gonna jump off a cliff now? Why? What happened? This looks familiar. Because we covered this game like 3 years ago, but now it's finished. Peeking onto the storeroom, I saw a separate hallway of individual private rooms labeled for certain services. Facial, massage, aromatherapy. Yeah, they do have facials here. Nice. Hey, you might be right. There are all these little specialized rooms with all sorts of specific equipment. If you consider my talent in arts, there might be a racetrack or golf course outside, along with other outdoor recreation talents like angling or skiing. That'd be cool. Perhaps. That would be a very exciting prospect. That could mean all the other facilities and activities have features that are tuned accordingly to certain talents. Yeah, just from a glance, I figured the study was just a library, but I suppose there are resources there as well that are fitted for talents that require research or writing. A spa day would be so awesome, right? To think, such an extraordinary place existed to benefit the many pursuits of equally extraordinary people. So do either of you do anything special to train for being an ultimate student? She says something in French. Although some could say I bake too much, I simply suspect my pastries have ended up in the right hands for me to be considered. I don't really do anything special either. I also race quite a bit, but most of my time is spent plainly practicing. Like Pandora, there may have been a scout in the audience. I honestly couldn't say. I see. Just putting in the hours, so to speak, huh? Why do they speak in French and then in English? I never understood that. Like, can anyone translate that? Yeah, like, why do they do that to us? Like, we obviously don't know what you're saying in French, so why are you telling us that? Perhaps we were just lucky enough to have been selected for this opportunity to meet others cut of the same cloth, right? I couldn't agree more. I'm very charmed to be in such delightful company. Neither of them seemed to be doing anything particularly intensive to earn their title. I wondered about the others, whether or not they were trained or if they too were just lucky enough to be selected. She said, I don't think so. Okay. After taking a beat to relax in the spa lounge, we made our way to the climbing center next. If you open the log, you can see the translations. Really? That's cool. I don't think so. Oh, that's cool. Hey, what? That's a cool little feature. I don't think they had that before. That's dope. The climbing center was a vibrant, spacious place. The artificial rock and arch formations that carved the walls reached upwards of what looked to be 3 stories high toward a bright, naturally lit ceiling. Dude, why did I think of like cake when we came into here? This place looked like cake to me. Looks like birthday cake. Off to the side was a preparation locker room full of ropes and harnesses, as well as a small vending machine full of energy drinks and water bottles. Whoa, this place is huge. I can't imagine how anyone gets up there. I craned my neck up, inspecting the array of colorful grips that dotted the sprawling, ascending surface. The hanging ropes disappeared into the distance of the light. Birthday cake flavor room? It looks like that. The world is certainly full of interesting people and talents. When there's a will, there's a way. I think I saw that, Fangan Mario. Blaze, are you hungry? That would explain why. I am a little hungry. I'm not gonna lie. Fedora poked out from under one of the arch formations, just as taken with the incredible height as I was. That's for sure. I'm an athlete, but I can't say I excel here. I don't really have good tolerance for heights. If you don't mind me asking, how did you two discover your talents anyway? Ashley pondered the question for a second. I was raised in the countryside on a farm, so it probably came to me like second nature. Yeah, I mean, why not? As a child, going to the racetrack with my father was honestly just another errand. That is, until he let me ride the horses myself. I felt a love for the exhilarating competition at that point. I was homeschooled by my mothers, as in plural? One a teacher and one a prolific baker. Nice. They taught me everything I know about baking. I also cherished the enjoyment people felt when tasting my baked goods. Eventually, I, too, felt a love for the task at hand. Wow, you two are truly incredible. I like seeing the gay representation. I like seeing it. I like seeing it. How about a pizza, guys? Remember TMNT collection of games is coming this June? Oh, dude, I'm gonna buy that. I'm getting that for sure. Echo, you're an incredible person too. Don't let labels deter you from speaking to us as anything but your peers. Huh? I don't know about all that. Yeah, Echo, don't think too much about the title stuff. We're still people, you know. Don't think too much about the title stuff. Such remarkable feats would be difficult to put aside. They were so humble when talking about their ultimate talents. I wonder if I could ever measure up. Nah, they're too good for me. Wandering about to our last destination, we finally came across the jazz club. Hey, we get the snap. We get the snap. I like that painting over there. What's that painting? It was a welcoming venue. Warm furniture and lighting gave the room an air of a casual elegance. Table setting for the audience occupied the majority of the space, with a small stage in the corner of the performers. The close proximity between the two made the scene that much more intimate. A small green room was behind the stage curtains, and connected to it was the equipment and instrument storage. The bar opposite the stage had shelves upon shelves of beverages locked behind a sturdy glass case. A pretty classy atmosphere, huh? I wonder how many ultimate talents have toured this room for performances. Many, I'm sure. It's well kept among the rest of the rooms, so it'd be no surprise one would feel comfortable here. Then a thought crossed my mind. Do you think I could be some kind of ultimate jazz performer or ultimate bartender? That'd be kind of cool. Have you ever handled an instrument before or mixed beverages? No, but who knows? Maybe if I pick something up, I'll suddenly be stricken with an ultimate talent revelation and play like a pro. Cyrus said maybe it's an innate trait waiting to be discovered. It just occurred to me that perhaps these rooms aren't just for students with existing skills, but they could also be a sandbox for budding talents. That'd be kind of cool. I suppose there's no harm in trying. Why not? I'd like to see the moment a talent has been realized. Relieved that they supported my odd idea, I felt a strange confidence rising. Cheerfully, I went behind the stage and picked an instrument I thought would suit me. Uh-oh. Lala Fushi, hi, what's up? Welcome. Ashley and Pandora both took a seat in the front row and watched in anticipation. I felt like a kid going through a toy box with how many options there were. How about this cello? Go for it. Uh-oh. Oh, that's such good artwork. Yes! I love it. I love it. I love it. Pandora gleefully cheered me on as I gripped the bow and placed my fingers on the strings across the neck. I laid the bow across the strings. Oh, no. You like pretzels? I love pretzels. I'm like addicted to pretzels. I was nervous, but if what Cyrus said was true, that my talent was waiting to be discovered, I couldn't wait to realize it. Oh, no. You're awesome, Blaze. Thank you, Lala. I appreciate you. You're awesome. I took a deep breath and drew the bow. And then... squeak! Oh!
Stop it. Get some help.
You are not good. The sound I created tore through the air like a giant rubber duck was being unceremoniously stepped on. It was awful. I saw Ashley and Pandora flinch from the sound, but they still put on a brave face for my sake. I chuckled nervously and gently placed the instrument back where it originally was. Yeah, put it back. Put it back. Pack it up. It's time to pack it up. I guess that's not it, huh? I wobbled off the stage and plopped down wearily at the table with Ashley and Pandora. I was beyond embarrassed. Pack it up. Ah, don't despair. You just haven't found it yet. Yeah, Echo, not just anyone can handle an instrument. I mean, I thought that thing was supposed to be played like a giant guitar. I'm surprised you even knew how to approach holding it. I've seen performers before, so I just imitated what I saw. Oh, that makes sense. No. Pandora held my hand in a firm grasp. Listen, we're going to figure out what your talent is. If we have to play 100 instruments poorly, at least we'll know we're one step closer to reaching our goal. Pandora reassured me, and Ashley gave me a warm smile. Thanks, you two. Hey, hold on, hey! I mean, what's going on right now? We in a love triangle or what? Come, let's keep exploring. Echo is an NB. NB bean. That's what somebody said earlier. I thought that was supposed to be something that we were supposed to find out, but apparently not. We left the jazz club. Outside the room, we ran into an unperturbed Cyrus and Lyle in the hallway at the front of the entryway. Hello there. Having a fulfilling time exploring? Yeah, totally. I still felt a little exasperated from the cello mishap, but tried to play it off as best I could. What's up with you? Don't tell me you're already tired. There's still a lot to explore. Lyle, please. It isn't a race to make ourselves familiar with all the different rooms. Now that everyone said Rantaro and Kokichi, now I'm like seeing them together, like right next to each other. And I'm like, oh no. Rantaro and Kokichi. No, we were actually just about done over here anyway. Okay, we're gonna make a poll here. Should Echo be shipped with Ashley or Pandora? What's the better ship? It was just my luck that the room appeared to be soundproof. Based on their lack of adverse reaction, it seems neither Cyrus nor Lyle heard the disastrous sounds of a cello being poorly utilized. Then the sound of ringing and a voice rang through the speakers. Your attention, please. All students assemble in the second floor atrium for a special welcome ceremony. The five of us collectively made our way to the requested location, chatting about our discoveries along the way. Why isn't there a third option? Because there ain't no third option. You got to pick one. I'm going with Ashley based on the old Lapse stream. The end of the second floor hall fed directly into a spacious, airy locale. Natural light poured in from the high glass ceiling. The lush trees that framed the circular lobby reached toward the sky, while past the ring of decorative plants that occupied the second floor. Small shrubbery lined the base of the trees in a circular fashion, following and framing the ellipse shape of the room. A well-maintained living wall lined the first floor's foundation. This place looks pretty. What the freak? A bronze globe at the very center of the atrium drew the room together. Light and warmth flooded my body, filling me with serenity. Whoa! A familiar, excitable voice cut through the air, disturbing that serenity. Check this place out! Dang, wouldn't it be awesome if they had a mini golf setup in here? How cute would that be? Plenty cute. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Art and Missy entered the atrium from the foyer stairway entrance. I was surprised to see Missy still hanging with Art, along with the timid Sei trailing behind them, no less. Slowly, our populace gathered in the center of the atrium hall. Kanon and Forte leisurely made their way in much later than the rest of us, but arrived regardless. I saw all the students I had previously met, but afterwards no one else came. Kind of a tiny class, huh? There were 10 of us, including myself. Okay, there's 10 students. I thought there was 8. When I first started playing, I thought there was 8. Art whispered the same observation I made. It was true that our class was rather small, but were we really going to be doing any learning here? I conceded calling a group of students a class was only appropriate. A hologram visual was presented from the centerpiece of the globe. A familiar voice came in from the overhead speakers. It was the same announcer from earlier in the dining hall. This is a very small cast. This is a special announcement indicating this welcome of all present students. The Preservation Project Group would like to humbly welcome you all to your provided safe house. As you are well aware, this safe house has been sequestered off from the growing concerns of disaster. You need not worry any longer of those concerns here. Disaster? I peered across the room to see expressions of affirmation. Everyone seemed to have relating concerns. I knit my brow. As ultimate students, we provided you with the best amenities and environments to most efficiently cultivate your skills and talents in utter safety. You may utilize the facilities to the fullest extent during the requisite hours. However, do not think of this simply as a safe house, okay? This location is more than equipped for you to thoroughly indulge yourselves with exquisite experiences. You are invited to enjoy yourselves freely. Welcome all to the... Wait, what? What is that? How do you even say that? Let me look at the log for that. Is there like a definition? No. Awesome. Art audibly pumped his fist in the air. Although no one else displayed such a loud presentation of excitement, the other students were vividly talking amongst themselves at the prospect of such a blessing regardless. What's up, Antebellum? How have you been? It's one of the best fan games I've seen. You like Lapse? It's pretty good so far. We've covered this like a long time ago, but we're getting back into this, and seeing all the changes and the updated art and such is pretty cool. It's definitely cool. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit better about there maybe being some executions this time around, since the art is updated. The projection cut out as the announcement concluded. The students began to wander again, likely to try out what the climbing center and spa lounge had to offer. Everyone seemed to be breaking into their own groups while I stood still. I was excited, but a feeling of uncertainty stirred in the depths of my mind, suffocating my enthusiasm. Did I really belong here? As far as I knew, I wasn't an ultimate student. No intense talents, no masterful skills, not even interesting experiences. I started to feel sick with anxiety. Hey, Echo, I'm going to the spot with Pandora. Would you like to join us? Ashley's voice brought me out of my thoughts. No thanks. You two go on ahead. I'm actually feeling a little tired from all the running around. I think I'll just take a nap. Ashley looked at me with silent, understanding eyes. All right, then. If you change your mind, you know where to find us. She gave me another quick hug before pairing off with Pandora. Ash, why didn't you tell me about your talent? Why are you sulking about this? What's up? I muttered under my breath before sulking off. Danganronpa is cool? Yeah, it is. I trudged down the stairs back to the first floor foyer. There I saw Kanon, in almost the same position she was in when I first met her. She didn't tell me if she had an ultimate talent when we introduced ourselves. Perhaps she doesn't have one either. I thought about approaching her to ask, but my throat felt dry. I didn't feel like being disappointed in the case she did have an ultimate talent. I quickly turned the corner before Kanon could notice me when... Click? I heard the sound of a shutter clicking. Turning at the sound, I saw Kanon developing a picture from an instant camera. Oh, she's taking pictures. She's the photographer of the group. Huh? How do you have a camera? What do you mean, how? I just thought we were disallowed our personal possessions. I didn't have anything in my room, and when I asked Ash, she said she didn't have anything in her room either. Maybe she's lying. We don't know that, do we? She might be lying. I'm a photographer. I need my tools, don't I? So are you the ultimate photographer? Kanon didn't reply. She just bowed her head once in a slight nod. Ultimate photographer. That's a cool talent. I like that one. And that picture you just took, she reluctantly handed me the developed photo. On this Danganronpa Ghost Despair? I don't think I've heard that one. It sounds cool though. I would do something on that one. Her photo captured the moment I had began to turn down the hall to avoid speaking to her. I thought she hadn't noticed me. I know what you're thinking. It's a horrible picture of you. I know it is, because it's not a picture of you per se. Confused, I stared at the photo longer. I'm not a portrait photographer. I specialize in a composition form called what? Which translates literally to back figure in German. I don't expect you to understand. Hey, oh, are you still here? I listlessly handed the photo back to her. That's interesting. I like how diverse the cast is, though. Kanon silently took the photo and stuck it in her pocket before occupying herself with her camera once more. But I admit, I didn't make an attempt to sound enthused. In truth, I wasn't Kanon. In truth, I wasn't. Kanon did have an ultimate talent after all. Yes, I am. You called? There was some German. I needed you. If that was the case, what was I doing here? All the despair. My heart and mind were racing. Am I just an anomaly? Was this all a mistake? Did I accidentally take the spot an actual ultimate student was meant to take? I'm the ultimate lucky student. No way. My voice croaked in desperation. What do you think a plush fang is? I haven't checked them out yet. The lavish mansion was meant to protect ultimate students. Those students and their wide-reaching influential skills. Those students who were dexterous masters of their craft. Those students whose charismatic aura reassured my averageness. Those students who created nostalgia-inducing delights. I'm not as cool as those students. Those students who won races upon races with pure skill. You know, if you think about it, a lot of kids go through this in school, you know? People feeling like they don't fit in happens all the time, right? I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to that in chat. A repulsion rose in my stomach. I felt my breath shorten, my chest tighten. Suddenly, I felt weak. What's wrong with you? You're shaking. I barely heard Kanon. I leapt for the front door. Oh no! I need to evacuate myself from the overbearing presence of the people who accomplished near impossible feats at such a young age. I was such an insignificant bug who wandered into a lion's den. I couldn't. I can't compete. I don't belong here. I grasped the door handle so tightly I saw my knuckles turn white. But soon. Oh, you can't leave. I like how the screen went pink. I only saw black. Echo died. We have lost Echo. I wearily opened my eyes. I was in bed, back in my personal room. Or so I thought. Hey, little Timmy, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat, homie. Forte was reclining in a love seat at the corner of his room, combing over what looked like sheets of music. I was in Forte's room. The new CGs they are chef's kiss. They are chef's kiss. I'm loving them. You're awake. He set the leaflet down before approaching me with an offering of water. I graciously accepted the cup and gathered my thoughts. My right hand was tingling. After gaining my composure, I managed to croak out a question. Forte, what happened to me? Curious? That's what I would like to know. Huh? What do you mean? Well, after the welcome announcement, I inspected the jazz club, but was quickly uninterested in the venue. I went downstairs to retreat to my personal quarters for the afternoon, but was promptly stopped at the foot of the stairs by Kanon. She said you collapsed at the foot of the foyer's front doors. Kanon told me to keep an eye out on you, and quickly left. I scoffed. How considerate of her to have someone else take care of me. She didn't even pick me up or anything. She was like, screw this guy. But why you collapsed, she did not say. It came back to me. I wasn't behaving clearly. Yeah, I remember now. I was talking to Kanon in the foyer, but I felt the need to escape and was electrocuted when I grabbed the foyer door handle. Electrocuted? Forte was appalled. I, on the other hand, felt nothing. I took another sip of water and I closed my eyes. I felt wildly fatigued. Forte looked at me with a concerned silence for a moment. Echo, it might not be my place to say, but you shouldn't feel a need to escape. We're all being generously treated with a safe location to relax in, away from danger. So we think, right? No, you don't understand. I don't have an ultimate talent like the rest of you. My head drooped in shame, regret, humiliation. I don't have any skills or talents to offer the world. He fell silent again. Be that as it may, you still are a peer who shouldn't feel outcast from the rest of the group. You must be with us for a reason. I gazed into the water cup blankly. The rest of the group is in the dining hall. I believe they are just starting dinner. Forte placed a firm hand on my shoulder before offering his hand to help me out of bed. I complied quietly. Away from danger, so we think. No one thought about the door and why I was electrocuted at all, huh? Let's see who won the poll. What is the best ship? We have either Echo or Ashley. If you don't like either one, then you just didn't have to vote. So it looks like Ashley won. People love Echo Frost Ashley. The dining hall was fully occupied by our small class. Hey, there you are. Art waved at me from the end of the table as I entered the dining hall, causing everyone's heads to turn. Ashley and Pandora quickly ran to my side. What happened to you? Are you okay? Oh, they both said it at the same time. Whoa, calm down, ladies, calm down. Shadow Zodiac, what's up? What's up, Adori? Folks, please allow Echo to have a seat before bombarding any questions. The rest of the class paused their dinner as Forte helped me to an open seat by Ashley. Kanon wasn't at the table, rather, she was standing next to the entryway. She must have noticed me looking at her and turned away once more. Before I could confront her about what happened in the foyer, Missy placed a pork cutlet meal before me. Ashley wouldn't stop fretting in concerns to your well-being, so I took the liberty of getting a meal ready for you whenever you decided to come down. This is just what I needed. How did you know? I didn't. Perhaps I was just lucky. Missy shrugged indifferently, but I saw her mouth turn a small grin. She seemed satisfied with having pleased me. I gave her a small smile back and helped myself to a small portion to regain my energy. We all know how ships end up in a Danganronpa game. Very true. We do. Our little community had dinner together. Conversation lightly touched on everyone's mutual awareness of the preservation project. It was a project in which ultimate students who signed up would be placed under protective custody to preserve their skills to benefit the future. Similar stories of talent discovery arose. Certain students grew up in an environment where all they knew was that particular skill, yet they still rose to super excel beyond wildest expectations. I, of course, had no place in the dialogue. I paid no specific attention to the chatter, my mind going blank with white noise whenever the topic of ultimate talents came up. As we all finished our meals, Missy and Cyrus offered to pick up the dishes as everyone else restlessly waited to hear what had happened to me. Echo, you have no idea how worried I was. Ashley was holding my hand tightly. Aw, that's so sweet. Ash, if you're feeling up to it, would you mind talking about what happened? I glanced over at Kanon next to the entryway. Her face was an iron mask. Well, I was feeling tired from running around the mansion exploring, so after the welcome announcement in the second floor atrium, I decided to go back to my personal room for a nap. Going down to the foyer, I was curious about the front door. I wanted to go outside, so naturally I grabbed the door handle but was electrocuted by it. Danganronpa really says no to ship. Yeah, very true. Forte found me collapsed and carried me back to his room to rest. You were electrocuted by the door handle? Perhaps we should investigate. What? And get electrocuted ourselves? Of course not. I simply want to inspect the door handle for any suspicious mechanisms. We should also check the floor maps again to see if there are any other similarly rigged exits. And what would this accomplish? It would ensure our safety so that nothing like this happens again. But our safety as ultimate students in the Preservation Project safe house has already been compromised by the existence of such a trap. The group fell silent. Cyrus was right. It seemed as if we had already fallen into some kind of trap the moment we woke. So we're just going to do nothing? Kanon's indifferent voice broke the silence. Kanon's right. We shouldn't sit idly by after our friend Echo was put in danger. We ought to investigate, if not as an insurance measure, but to get to the bottom of the trap that caused such harm. The group agreed and went their separate ways to search for clues. But before anyone could get very far, an announcement rang in. Uh-oh. Echo might be a chick magnet? Yeah, I know, like every girl is on Echo right now. What is happening? It is now 9 p.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. the next morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. How is the ultimate baker going to bake if all the facilities are closed? Is the kitchen closed? Does that count as a facility? I guess not, maybe. It seems like we'll just have to suspend the investigation until tomorrow. There's no use in wandering about aimlessly in the dark. I suggest you all rest up. I realize the situation is dire, but please do your best to save your energy for tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. We shall meet here tomorrow morning for breakfast and discussion. Yeah, some first day, huh? One by one, everyone filtered out of the dining hall, low concerned murmurs filling the corridors. Echo, teach me your secrets, bro. I'm dead. I hate fangans that spoil the deaths in the chapter names. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I've only seen that like a couple of times. Ashley stopped me back in the dining hall as the last few left. Look, Echo, I'm sorry if you felt hurt that I didn't tell you about my talent. Hi, Lillian. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you have a good day, and thanks for stopping by. Huh? How did you know? I'm your best friend, aren't I? I can tell when you're distraught. It was after that special welcome announcement I noticed you were off. It must have been difficult, feeling you don't belong. I admit, it's all been awfully overwhelming. I never meant to keep it from you. It's just, I feel like being involved with me could only ever cause trouble, sorry. Not the horse racing aspect, but the ultimate student status aspect. To get tied up with such intense people could only amount to ultimate levels of trouble. Ultimate levels of trouble. Ash, you know I'm your friend through and through. I don't think being friends with Ashley Westbridge, horse girl, is any trouble at all. Ashley giggled. Heh, I love you, Echo. You really are a good friend. Of course, I love you too. That's sweet. That's really sweet. All the love, all the love. We made our way back to the living quarters hall and said our goodnights. Before entering my room, I saw Art and Lyle lingering in the halls. Hey, you two. Is something wrong? Nope. In fact, we're having a strategy meeting. Strategy meeting? Art asked me if perhaps our being locked in a mansion situation is a big puzzle. Think about it. Escape rooms exist. So maybe this mansion is just one giant escape room. I admit, it's not impossible, and it does sound interesting. Right? So, what do you think? I'm not sure yet. I have a feeling it's some convoluted ARG scheme. ARG? Alternate reality game. It's a type of game that is interacted with through different media experiences, whether it be online or in real life. Tasks range from decrypting audio logs on a website to doing something odd like cleaning up local cemeteries. I see. Given those examples, it's plausible that defuse an electrocuting door could be added to that list of tasks, right? Dang it, do not ban me for a Fang. Oh, yeah, but don't spoil Danganronpas though. That's messed up. What if we want to react to it in the future? Then you just ruined it for us and we're not going to react to it. Well, they're typically employed to the public to boost attention for a product. What the product is in our scenario, I'm not certain. And if this is an ARG, there must be a puppet master that's setting these things up, much like an escape room's game master. An escape room and ARG sound pretty similar in terms of involvement in puzzle solving. I suppose they're not entirely different entities. Wow, you got it all figured out already. Puzzles are my strong suit. I said goodnight and left Art and Lyle to conclude their strategy meeting as I returned to my personal room. You know what? Danganronpa Next Generation has something where somebody's like the ultimate escapist, I think, right? And I'm like, something like that particular character and also the ultimate escapist. I'm like, dang, they're like OP for something like this. They can just escape, right? Like right away. I felt the mental and physical exhaustion hit me all at once as I let myself collapse onto the bed. To think I'd be stuck in a luxury mansion with super talented students. My life before this moment had hardly been as eventful as this single day. I lived a rather average life with as little trouble one could hope for. It was almost utopian in a sense. I never thought it boring or repetitive. It was like my mundane life caused me to be a little more worrisome than any other person, likely as a will to keep everything the same going forward. However, the strange situation threw me in a state of disarray. I was wholly out of my element. Above all, I couldn't help but feel guilty for making Ashley worry. Whatever it is I found myself in, I clearly didn't have a place. I sighed heavily. I should get some proper rest. The room was mysteriously fixed with a few sets of my clothing in the closet of the personal bathroom. I let my body relax under the repetitious rhythm of a warm shower. Falling under the weighty covers, I turned down the lights and let my eyes slowly drift closed. Tomorrow, What are we going to discover? I have heard of Next Gen Rompa. I have. Absolutely. There's a lot of red flags going about. They're everywhere. What's in the middle? We finished the prologue. Are we moving on to the chapter 1? Or is this the... Wait, is this the prologue? Wait, hold on. Are we going into the prologue? That wasn't the prologue? This is the prologue? Oh, maybe we won't get to chapter 1 then. This might be... it might be a little too long. I opened my eyes at the sound of the alarm. In my personal room, I sat up from my bed and took in the surroundings. So, the events of yesterday weren't part of some kind of strange dream. My personal room that I initially thought was luxurious and comfortable now felt oppressive. It wasn't mine. It couldn't be, since this mansion we found ourselves in was for ultimate students. I was reminded of my mediocrity and let my head fall back on the pillow. Ugh, I don't want to see everyone. I grumbled and drew the covers over my head, uselessly trying to will away the shame of yesterday. I heard Ashley's muffled voice through the door. Good morning, Echo. Just coming to check on you. Oh, just give me a minute. I'll be right out. Because there's only 10 of them. I'm not doing predictions since I know who dies in the old version of the game and I don't know if it's the same death order. Yeah, I don't even know either. After getting properly dressed, I met Ashley outside my door in the living quarters hallway. Good morning, Ash. We walked casually down the hall to the foyer. You sleep all right last night? Yeah, I slept all right considering. I hope you're not feeling too down about this whole situation. I'm still coming to terms with it, but I'm feeling a little better after getting rest. And besides, everyone has been really nice. That's good to hear. Is there any tropes that you hate in fangans? I don't like ultimate question mark, question mark, question mark. That one bothers me. You've always been good at bouncing back is what she said. In the foyer, we were met with 2 other students loitering outside the dining hall. Ugh. Sorry, I'm not a morning person. Neither am I, but I'm really curious about that door. The door seems scary. Good morning, Say, Lyle. Good morning. Let's investigate to our best ability, yeah? You seem better, Echo. Nothing a good night's rest can't take care of. True that. Yeah, morning. It's weird. I'd be having dinner right now, but I'm waking up instead. Huh? What do you mean? One of my watches is set to my hometown time, and it says it's 7:43 p.m. Sunday, 6th of December. 7:43 p.m.? That's a 12-hour difference from now. Oh, the date checks out. I was just thinking that the winter solstice will be coming up in about 2 weeks or so. Assuming we're somewhere westward from Say's date, today would be Saturday. I guess since we're all from different places, the time for certain people would be a little different. Even so, all our alarms were set to the same current time, so we'd eventually end up on a uniform schedule, right? Yeah, after a few days, probably to a week. Yeah, like recovering from jet lag. A bit unfortunate for those with larger time differences, though. Winter is too cold, but the new year is fun. Not complaining, I'm loving all the content. Yeah, there's a lot of content to this one, huh? In the dining hall, the familiar warm aroma of fresh bread wafted through the room. My senses swatted in comfort. Pandora placed a basket filled to the brim with freshly baked delicacies at the center of the dining table. Whoa! All the bread! I want bread! Good morning, you two. You've been working hard, huh? Real hard! Of course, I had to get an early start if I wanted to indulge you all with some treats to begin the morning. I felt the sweet and savory fragrances seep into my body, the warmth of a sun-kissed, dew-dropped covered morning. The smell alone was sublime. Who's your favorite so far? I like the green-haired one. They're cool. They're really smart and nice, it seems. Such a lovely setting. Yeah, it would almost be a shame to eat it. Almost. We wouldn't be doing Pandora justice if we didn't enjoy it. You're too kind. Help yourself. That's all right. We'll wait for the others. I sat at the dining table with Ashley and waited patiently for the rest of the class to arrive. The rest of the class filtered in and we began to help ourselves to Pandora's treats, as well as beverages provided by the automated menu. After we all settled in, Missy stood at the head of the dining table to begin the discussion. Good morning, all. I trust you all had a good night's rest. Our topic this morning will consist primarily of the problematic nature of the foyer's front doors. We'll also be investigating the rest of the mansion for any other exits that might have a similar mechanism keeping us from going outside. You may split into groups or investigate as individuals, but if you do find anything at all, please utilize the digital kiosk found in the room you're in to relay a message. Relay a message? The digital kiosk can do that? What's up, Marielle? How you been? Yes, I discovered it with Cyrus before we retired to our rooms last night. Cyrus, that's their name. As it turns out, the digital screens are not just for displaying maps or the specified function it provides in its resident home. It functions as a remote messaging system between all the digital kiosks in the mansion. That's kind of cool. For example, it can be used to communicate between the first floor to the second floor, and we could assume further floors as we gain access to them. It's a rather rudimentary feature though. One would scan the bracelet on all screens across the mansion to unlock the feature and type using the on-screen keyboard. You cannot send to specific recipients, however. Once you complete and send the message, it will show up on the screen for about 2 minutes before deleting itself. For the most part, the messaging system is used to translate the voice announcements to text for those who are hard of hearing. This mansion truly is all encompassing in its endeavors to accommodate all. And that is precisely why we must investigate the reason the mansion itself would cause its residents harm. Wait, what? The group unanimously agreed. The meeting concluded as we finished breakfast. Everyone decided to split up and search one room themselves. Redemption Rampa revealed their mastermind, by the way. It's pretty shocking. That's pretty cool. I'm still waiting on it to finish, though. While I was still deciding where to go, Lyle approached me. Hey, Echo. Would you mind coming with me to investigate the foyer doors for a moment? Huh? Why me? Because you're the one who experienced the shock firsthand. I was wondering if we could go back and retrace your steps to find clues along the way. I guess we could, but in all honesty, there's not a lot to retrace, I don't think. Nonsense. There's no harm in a second look with a fresh pair of eyes, yeah? You might see something different this time around. Good point. Redemption Rampa is Danganronpa Redemption, the one that we've been reacting to a lot, actually. We reacted to it a few times. In the foyer, Misty was already doing her own investigating, intensely staring at the walls. It deals with the OC characters, but it's a whole different story with them in it. So what exactly are you doing? What were you doing yesterday? I thought carefully about what I was going to say. Yeah, think carefully. I didn't want to tell anyone that I had been worrying about not having a talent, which led to my reaching for the door handle in the first place. I thought I'd be outcasted if others knew I wanted to run away. After the welcome announcement, I was feeling a little tired from running around earlier that day, so I went back downstairs to my personal room. And like I said at dinner last night, in passing, I was curious about the door and wanted to go outside. Is that so absurd a reason to want to reach for the door? Whoa, no need to get a defensive. I was just wondering if you saw anything suspicious along the way. Suspicious. Kanon immediately came to mind. Forte said she just let me collapse for him to take care of. Why did she flee after I collapsed? I can't really think of anything at the moment. Huh? I guess I'll have to dig a little deeper in the scene of the crime. Thanks, Echo. I'll investigate on my own from here. I don't know if that helped all that much, but you're welcome. Lao went over to the door and inspected the surroundings, carefully tracing the paneling for any hidden mechanisms. In the meantime, I was curious. I wondered if Forte could help me figure out what went on with Kanon's disappearing act. Yeah, chapter 6 is not done yet for Redemption Rampa, so you'll find out who the mastermind is, but you won't know how it ends. Forte was, unsurprisingly, in the theater, inspecting the backstage area. Hello, Echo. Doing well, I hope? A little worried about the electrocuting door, but fine nonetheless. Excellent. I wish for you to keep your spirits high, despite the scare. Should you need any assistance, I shall offer my services. Yeah, about that. I wanted to ask you about yesterday. Is this a remake or a remaster? It's kind of like a, if you think about it, right? The original version of this that we played was kind of like a beta, right? So it was kind of like what their ideas were at that time, 2 or 3 years ago. But now this is the completed product. You know what I mean? So imagine we played a demo 2 or 3 years ago and not really like the full game. And now this is the full game. I thought you might not want to know more. However, the truth is so. What I told you yesterday is all the information I have. I see. I admit, I didn't expect much more than what he told me. The story seems straightforward enough, especially considering the emergency. Maybe you could tell me if you noticed anything odd? Forte paused. I suppose there was the trifling fact that Kanon fled up to the second floor right away. It's strange, had I been so startled by such an event, I might have retreated back to my quarters on the first floor instead. Upstairs, huh? Other than Kanon fleeing the scene, I can't particularly think of anything to note. I suppose the whole ordeal was quite frightening. I'm sorry, Echo. I know it's a dire situation, but honestly, I'm not particularly equipped for this sort of thing. The mental hoops and note-taking required of an investigation are much too overwhelming. I agree with that. I'm with him on that. That's okay. I appreciate the thought, and actually, that little tidbit helps. Does it now? Bravo for figuring something out. Yeah, Redemption Rampa is a series where there's original characters, but they die, yeah. I just realized Canon's, is it Canon, like the camera Canon? Because that would make sense that it would be a pun based on the camera brand Canon. I say Kanon because one of my friends' name, it's literally spelled exactly the same, but they pronounce it Kanon instead of Canon. I made my way through the foyer, past an intensely focused Lyle and Missy, and up the stairs to the second floor. At the top of the stairs, I saw the digital kiosk light up, displaying a message on screen. Hi, climbing center. Ah, Artie, what are you doing? Well, it's certainly working. I paid no further attention to the message and continued on. Where could she be? I tore down the hall past the jazz club, climbing center, and spa. However, my search came up short. Upon entering the atrium, I saw her sitting by her lonesome in the center. Kanon? But before I could confront her again, a ringing sound played and an announcement followed. Oh, I thought somebody died. I was like, nah, bro. It is now 9 a.m. of the second day. Please make your way to the second floor atrium for a special announcement. No, Eris, you don't understand. We just got into the prologue. What we experienced before was not the prologue. This is now the prologue. What now? The few students that were already on the second floor made their way over quickly. Ashley, Art, and Cyrus. Hey, did you all see my message? I like how he just he slides in all like that, like he's a superhero. Yes. Hello, right back at you. Cool, it works. Well, at least we discovered something from Art's larking about. The rest of the students from downstairs arrived shortly after. Lyle, Missy, Forte, Say, and Pandora. Now, what could this be? Maybe some third floor opened up? That might prove helpful. I haven't found much on my end. Whatever it is, can't they just use the message system thing instead of making us walk all the way up here? Right. With all the students gathered in the atrium once again, the bronze globe projected an emblem. But this emblem was different, and the voice that announced the following was different. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us all, and I hope you've been enjoying your special vacation away from it all. This voice was more high energy, like some sort of radio host or sports announcer. This is an extra special announcement for the students with us today. You've been cordially invited to play a heart-pounding, soul-searching, excitement-inducing game. A game? That's right, a game, and not just any game. This is the beyond universal, glamorously popular game that many students like yourselves get the privilege to play. Why, yes, it's the mutual killing game. Mutual killing game? Ah, the mutual killing game. A game of hope and despair. A game of allies and betrayal. A game of cause and consequence. It's all so thrilling. Yes, indeed. You are all gathered here today by your own volition to participate in the festivities. To sign up for the Preservation Project is to sign yourselves to the exclusive game of life and death itself. Upon hearing that detail, I saw the other students' faces go pale with shock. We were all thought to be gathered in a place of safety. That idea was apparently a farce. You know what I do like though about this fangan compared to other fangans and just anime in general? No one has amnesia. Other than Echo not knowing what their talent is, and I don't think that's because that's not because memory loss. That's just because he just doesn't, or they just don't know. But other than that, everybody knows each other. Well, everybody knew who Ashley was at least. So for the most part, they all have their memories of like what happened before they even got here. So it's not even that bad. It's been so hard since I heard mutual killing specifically. I know, right? Classic killing game, classic. What the hell is happening? My cry was futile. The announcement was completely automated and the horrible things it was saying didn't stop. This delightful game will take place over 7 days in the very halls we explored just a few days ago. If you'd like to leave earlier, then follow this one very simple rule. Kill a fellow student without getting caught. Trying to leave by any other means will result in consequences that some of you may have learned firsthand from a little jolt of discovery. Didn't they say mutual killing game in the translation of Danganronpa? I feel like it was in the translation. Although I can't see you. Wait, what? Although I can't see why you would want to leave anyway. Inside, you have all sorts of lovely, accommodating amenities. Live a luxurious life within these wonderful walls. That is, if you can survive. If you kill without getting caught, the ultimate prize, an amazing prize befitting an ultimate student, awaits the victor. I know. It's a lot of information to take in at once. We will allow you to absorb the information for the remainder of the day. So relax in the spa lounge. Go climbing. But tomorrow, the real fun will begin. Ah, it's a battle royale. The announcement ended on one final disgusting note before cutting out. The class was in absolute shock. No way. It can't be. Wait. What is this? A sick, twisted joke is what it is. Everyone was murmuring amongst themselves. There isn't anyone who would take that dreadful announcement seriously, is there? Pandora voiced the question at the back of everyone's mind. How could one? It's merely an awful jest. There's no way any of us could commit such an act against friends. Who said we were friends? With a smile. Lyle says that with a smile on his face. Who knows? Maybe one of you is the puppet master running the shtick. This is turning out to be more interesting than that diffuse and electrocuting door puzzle. This ARG is fun. Lyle, what on earth are you talking about? You think this is a game? What else could I be talking about? I'm the ultimate puzzle master. Being a participant here is simply a test of my skill. I'll figure this puzzle out yet. Don't worry. Lyle's got it all figured out, apparently. Hey, Shadow Zodiac, thanks for the $2. Zodiac Academy trailer is coming out this weekend. Sounds cool. Thank you again. The rest of us were paralyzed in the atrium. The immense gravity of the situation was oppressive. No one said a word. Eyes were anxiously darting around the room to see who took the announcement seriously and who didn't. To think, just this morning we were having a communal breakfast. The atmosphere was unbearably heavy. I stood there in a cold sweat. I was dumbfounded. It was a killing game, specifically targeting ultimate students. It was selfish to think of this during a moment when all our lives were potentially in danger, but I really didn't belong here. Oh, that prologue was short. Okay. That was short. All right. So like what I thought was the prologue wasn't really the prologue. And then when the prologue really happened, the prologue was like really short. So what is going on? That was cool. We got an intro. Oh, let's go. That's amazing. Danganronpa. It is kind of lit. Oh, there's, yeah, that's the mascot of this one. This is cool. Ooh, that art! Hey, the way she came in on the horse though. the bread on deck. You see that? Oh, I like this. They did a lot. This is over the top. I was not expecting this level of quality. This is crazy. It went from just one person working on this project to like having a team, and like they went all out and finished this within 2 years. That's crazy. You may now view the student roster from the menu. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I've said this like a bunch of times when we've talked about fangans in the past. If you are a small team and you don't have that many people to work on your project, maybe it's just you, or maybe it's just you and a couple of friends that are working on it, cutting down the amount of students could actually help you out and help you accomplish finishing the fangan faster. Because doing a 16 student game is a lot of freaking sprites that you have to draw. It's a lot of characters. It's a lot of backstory. It's a lot of everything, you know? So, I mean, them doing 10 students, I know some people are like, oh, well, Danganronpa has 16. But yeah, but Danganronpa was worked on by a whole studio. You know what I mean? They had a whole studio working on that. Same with Eden's Garden, which is another fan game that's coming out later. They have 16 students in theirs, and that's because they have like so many people working on that project. So I get really nervous when people are like a small team and they have like 16 students in their killing game, because like everything seems really rushed, right? Because they're trying to like finish it as fast as possible, but they don't have all the tools, you know what I mean? The manpower to do it. True, but 18-year-old, 20-year-old Eris did the bulk of the initial designing. It's just up to me to refine it. I feel that. There's only 10 people. I didn't even peep because it looks so good. Reducing sprites is also helpful for efficiency. That too. The production has gone way up. It has. That's crazy. Undeterred by the horrifying announcement, Lyle left the atrium in an almost giddy manner. A smirk painted his face in stark contrast to our own astonished expressions. So we're stuck in this weird luxury mansion for 7 days, huh? What's 7 days anyway? It shouldn't be too hard not to kill anyone during that time, right? We made it this far. Art chuckled nervously, but the fact that such an inexplicable requirement like that existed in the first place was difficult to come to terms with. One very simple rule: kill a fellow student without getting caught. What kind of awful rule was that? Please don't joke about the matter. Don't lose your head so hastily. I noticed the announcement rules didn't outright state that we necessarily needed to kill anyone to begin with. Perhaps Lyle is onto something regarding the ARG angle. Besides, the risk isn't nearly pressing enough to encourage such drastic action. Despite the loophole Missy mentioned, the pressure of a killing game being presented loomed over us, crushing whatever sense of comfort we initially had. There's no use for us to be glaring at each other in silence. We ought to continue the mansion investigation. Missy shook off the terrible feeling and went on our way to search once more. Investigate? How could she ask such a thing after something so scary just happened? Being able to stay composed at a time like this? Missy isn't easily shaken, Which is nothing to say about Lyle, who is excited. With nothing left to do, we departed from the atrium. But the voice continued to haunt me as I left the room behind. They're still laughing? What the freak? That awful cackle rang in my ears, filling me with dread. Upon leaving the atrium, the others dissolved into their own disoriented thoughts. With the foyer door barring any chance of exit, all we could do was wait. All we could do was wait for tomorrow, wherein tomorrow the real fun will begin. The so-called game with an odd emphasis on ultimate students. What horrible thing could possibly be in store for us? I feel like I was being suffocated by the decorated walls and furniture, the decorated students and their achievements. What had I gotten myself into? I followed close to Ashley as we drifted away from the atrium, dragging my feet through the hallways. Echo, are you okay? Have you ever thought of reading Multi-Rampa? Is that a written fangam? Because no. I don't know. Some announcement, huh? Yeah, I'm still reeling from being surrounded by students with super talents. Right. But honestly, I'm just really worried about you. Me? Yeah, that whole killing game seems to center around the ultimate title stuff, so I hope you're not dragged into it. Echo, you don't need to worry about me. I'm a lot tougher than you think. I've fallen off my horse more times than I can count, but I just get up and get back in the saddle. I can't help it. It might be a fluke or some kind of cruel joke, but what if it's not? I'm surprised they didn't get voice actors for this. I'm really surprised about that. Sorry. I know there's no use making myself sick with worry. Don't fret about that. It makes sense. The strange situation would make anyone nervous, but look, I'm not going anywhere. If anything happens to me, I'm not going down without a fight. And you're my best friend. I don't think being friends with a little worrier is any trouble at all. Ashley tried to reassure me multiple times that she wasn't going to get wrapped up in this absurd killing game, but despite her stubbornness, my heart sank further and further into darkness. Knowing such a game was thrusted upon us in the first place was too awful to bear. Bear, I see what you did there. I didn't want Ashley to reassure me that she wasn't going to die. I wanted to hear that killing game wasn't real at all. Beautiful Dead is a great song. Ash, would you mind if I had some time alone? I'm still feeling overwhelmed. Oh, of course. I understand. In that case, I'll take some time to explore the mansion a little more. I'll always be around if you need anything. Take care, Echo. Ashley departed for the study and I went back to my personal room. As a VA, I have to say voice acting is a lot harder to implement than one might think. Not only do you have to audition for them, you have to work with people in different time zones. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. It was all too much. I threw myself on the bed and let my body slowly sink into the comforter, and then sank into my thoughts. I went over the events of this supposed vacation in my head. I woke up in an unknown room with nothing in my possession, and in a panic through the door to find my best friend, Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate. Oh, they're quizzing me. They're quizzing me right now. Come on, I know this quiz. And that's the part of the lack of progress. Time zones are so whack. Yeah, you got a point. And on top of that, you have to code the audio into the game, which is another thing to test and retest. Yeah, I guess coding it into a game would be really hard compared to a video, where a video you can just kind of throw the audio on top and you're good, right? She's the ultimate jockey. That's right. She's the ultimate jockey. Supposedly won 84% of her races, whatever that meant. Regardless, she neglected to tell me of such a thing during our friendship. Ashley and I teamed up to explore what we discovered to be a mansion. After meeting a handful of students, we discovered 9 out of 10 of them had something called an ultimate talent. There's someone who doesn't have one. Who doesn't have an ultimate talent? That's me. That's right. Do I get a cookie for this? Within our group, I discovered I was the only one without some sort of ultimate talent. I wanted to speculate that perhaps I had no memory of such a thing, but in all honesty, I wasn't even able to list any interesting memories pertaining to an ultimate talent. I was in a state of disarray. After being overwhelmed by the immense talent everyone encompassed, I felt an urge to escape. I ran to the foyer's main doors and was electrocuted. Hi, Pancake. How have you been, by the way? I'm glad to see you in chat. I was eating. I had pasta. That sounds good. I want some pasta. Upon grabbing the door handle, a shock was sent through me, causing me to pass out. I lost consciousness and woke up some time later in Forte's room. After the shock, the rest of the students became concerned. Our group split up the next morning and searched the mansion for any signs of a trap. In the middle of the search, we were summoned to the second floor atrium. There, we heard some horrific news. The horrible news was, we're a part of a killing game. That's right. The strange announcement informed us that we were to be trapped for 7 days, and the means of escape was to kill someone. Not to mention that the real fun would begin tomorrow. It was all so strange, almost unreal. No, I just wished it were unreal. I just wanted to go back home. I wanted to go back to the comfort of complacency and knowing my place. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Before I knew it, I had fallen asleep, lost in my thoughts. I've been here, but hellos? Hi. Okay, we're in chapter 1 now. Nice. Didn't you want to eat the climbing room because you thought it was a birthday cake? Yeah, I did. It looked really good. I opened my eyes. The clock on my bedside table read 12. Oh, I must have dozed off a little. Why can't this weird situation just be a dream already? I stared blankly around at my personal room. I guess I could take a walk to get my mind off things. I think later I'm going to get like a chicken sandwich or something. I'm going to go to the place that hates gays. Chick-fil-A. I hate to give them my money, but like, you know, there's no other place that has really good chicken sandwiches other than them. I guess Popeyes, but Popeyes is kind of far. made my way to the foyer inside again. The grandiose foyer was empty, making me feel smaller against its elaborate decor. Oh, thanks, Cherry Soda. I really appreciate that. I've been trying to work on it. Maybe in the future, you know, I'll get more into being a VA, but I think right now I'm more focused on just being a YouTuber. Maybe in the future I'll dabble into voice acting, get a coach and such, you know? Blaze ignored the chapter name. You know why I did, right? Because I couldn't read it. It was in French. I can't read it. I dolled around for a spell, thinking of what to do, when I heard a small conversation in the dining hall. Have a look at this. I just realized that Danganronpa characters don't get Chick-fil-A. No. It was Pandora and Sei. I paused at the doorway. It seemed they were in the middle of something. Wait, look at me. Hey, I like that. That's so cool. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. The engraving is just immaculate. My sister gave it to me ages ago. I was wondering if you like it. Huh? Why me? Were you wanting something in return? Nothing of the sort. I was thinking as a watchmaker, you must have a rich eye for detail. I believe you could give this piece the care it needs. I don't know. If it's a gift from your sister, wouldn't you want to keep it? I'm afraid I can't quite put it to good use. I cherish it, but if someone else can appreciate it more than I, who am I to keep it away from her? Oh. I'll try to take care of it. Thank you. Even after a pressing situation made itself known, it seemed like Pandora still wanted to get along with everyone, even the most timid person, some way or another. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa! Shouts out! Pancake Roll, you're amazing. Take my money to get you some food. Aw, you're so sweet, dude. Also, I'm the only one that gets you cookies. Just kidding. Aw. Much love, bestie. I appreciate the 15. You're awesome. Europe doesn't get this Chick-fil-A either. The freak is that? Okay, so the reason why you guys overseas haven't gotten Chick-fil-A yet is because Chick-fil-A is actually a Georgia-based fast food restaurant. Georgia is a state here in America. Yeah, it originated in Georgia, and it's gotten a little bit better of spreading around because now it's all the way over here in California, surprisingly. When I lived in Georgia, like everybody loved Chick-fil-A there. And if you don't know a lot about the South is very Christian, very, very Christian, like Christian to the max. Religion is really big in the southern states, Georgia especially. So Chick-fil-A isn't very open to get anything LGBTQ. Let's just be honest. They're not into it. They're actually very against it. A lot of Christians are like super Christians is what I'm saying. So yeah, they're not the good guys here. They are not the good guys. I've heard of a chicken brand that hated gays, so maybe that's Chick-fil-A. It probably is. If it's got a red chicken on it, it's Chick-fil-A. The UK was going to have Chick-fil-A, but there were protests about it, and I'm not surprised. The sauce is real good, though. They have good sauce. They have good food in general. It just really sucks that they're, you know, against LGBTQ ideals. Georgia's both state name and a country name. Yep. That's why I made it specific that it's a state here in America. Because I know there's also a country named Georgia. I've got Tim Hortons here in Canada. That restaurant would fit in Poland. Yeah. I left them alone. I stepped back into the center of the foyer. I wonder how everyone else is doing. I'm honestly surprised that Chick-fil-A is here. Wait, whoa, this is new. Oh, that's cool. I can choose who I want to freaking talk to? That's freaking awesome. I don't remember it being like that. Well, they didn't have this map and such. Maybe it was just like little options that asked you who you wanted to hang out with. But this is so much cooler. Wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. Who should we hang out with, guys? I think, okay, for the first one, I think we should go with my favorite character, which is Cyrus. I have a couple LGBTQ friends that work at Chick-fil-A. Yeah, what I was saying is I'm surprised Chick-fil-A is supported here in California because California, if you don't know, is very, very LGBTQ friendly. Everywhere you could go around and just openly say that you're gay. You could have that. You could have flags hanging up everywhere and people don't care. They love it here, you know? So I'm surprised that Chick-fil-A does so well here in California, because you would think that like a lot of people would be really against Chick-fil-A just opening up here because of their homophobic stance. But you know, it's doing pretty well here in California. I was there the other day and there was a lot of people eating there, so I guess I'm not really helping by eating there myself. You like Cyrus? Yes, I love Cyrus. I'll look for Cyrus. This is really cool. I love what they did with this game, dude. It's fantastic. Very fun. Hello, Echo. Have you come to relax for a bit in the spa? Feel free to join me. I settled in with Cyrus for a relaxing moment. I might move to California when I can. If you got a lot of money, you should move here there. Yeah. You need a lot of money, though. California's pretty expensive. Cyrus, what do you know about the Preservation Project? Oh, just about as much as any other student who signed up. It's a group that protects ultimate students from extreme natural disaster. To preserve humanity's future, it's presumed that that is their goal, as the name implies. Huh? That's as much as I know, too. It would be unfortunate to lose people who would benefit the world, right? That makes sense. What do you think of all of this? I sighed. This scenario we found ourselves in it feels like the very opposite of saving the ultimate students. It's terrible. Building excitement in hopes of safety only to crush those feelings in a messed up game? I couldn't wrap my head around the idea. A more than reasonable observation. It's cruel, isn't it? But most of all, I was still confused as to why and how I found myself here. In that case, what do you think of the others? Huh? What about them? Well, our associates all found their way here. For some reason or another, isn't that right? No one would want to join a killing game voluntarily. That much is obvious. But say that the former were true, that they joined to become part of humanity's future. Pandora seems keen on the idea that our talents can induce worldly benefit and change. Do you think such a thing could happen? I suppose so. Why not? Cyrus chuckled faintly. Why not? How optimistic. Aw. Oh, yeah, I guess it might be a little to hope for from the scenario we're in. No, it's good. It's good of you to maintain a spirit that anything is possible. Cyrus flashed a pleasant smile again before reclining back on the spa chair in silence. After a beat, I saw myself out as Cyrus continued to enjoy his time in the spa. It's crazy. It's really crazy, y'all. I have to hide my sexuality because I live in a smallish Polish town, but I've been slowly opening up to a few friends. That's good. That's good. Stay safe, by the way. My country isn't too into the LGBTQ. Why are people so obsessed with what others prefer? How about you mind your own dang business? And that is the argument that I've made for years. I've made that for years. Like, why do you really care so much about who's in my bed? You know, who I'm sharing my bed with? Like, take a couple steps back, please. You know what I mean? It's silly. It's really silly. I think we should hang out with Lyle. Let's do Lyle. I wonder what Lyle is up to. What? I wanted the first and second halls in search of Lyle, but failed to find him. I guess he's off solving the killing game puzzle. Better let him get to it. No, I guess I can't hang out with Lyle then. That sucks. Hey, I feel really bad for the people in Texas. I'm seeing all of this like anti-trans legislation like happening and such over there, and I'm just like, man, I feel really bad for all of those people that live there, man. It's sad. And then there's a lot of like anti-abortion stuff going on, and it's just it's all bad news right now. I wonder how Ash is doing. Anyways, I don't want to get too much into politics. I know a lot of us here are LGBTQ or in the LGBTQ community, so I do like to speak to you guys as much as possible, just so you guys can relate. Just know that this is a safe space for all of you guys here. I like to make that a thing here. Like, I want everybody to know that for sure. So don't be afraid. Hey Echo, I was just reading about this painter named Marcel Osterzone. Apparently, people think very highly of their work. Would you like to see? I learned about a Renaissance painter thanks to Ashley. Okay, well, Ashley knows about painters. So, how are you feeling? I'm feeling a bit better. I took a walk to clear my head a little. I had to hear it. The last thing I would want is for you to get all worked up. Ash, I'm curious. How did you hear about the preservation project? I heard about it by word of mouth. I have some Ultimate Talent colleagues that were talking about the preservation project, so I signed up for it along with my friend, the Ultimate Race Car Driver. Ooh, we got a race car driver! Hey! Wow, jockey and race car driver? That's a pretty high stakes tag team. When the Blaze fan gang coming with Pro Tag Yuri? I know, where's it at? Well, you know how it goes. Birds of a feather flock together, true? But I can't help but wonder whether or not he made it in. I'm sure he did. He's probably just in a different group. Maybe. It's just, last I spoke with him, we got in a huge fight. Wait! When we reacted to this fan gang before, wasn't there people that were popping up later on? Wasn't there more students? Or we like found out that there was students residing here before? I guess we'll find out as it goes on. Ashley didn't seem to want to talk anymore. Sorry if I brought up something painful. No, it's okay. Fights happen when people are close. It's just a fact of life, I suppose. We've had our fair share of spats, but have usually worked through them. Remember when I dropped your mug? I still have that mug. You worked pretty hard to mend it together in that kintsugi fashion, although it's a little too awkward to drink out of. I knew it was your favorite, so I did my best. Thanks, Echo. I appreciate what you're trying to say. Don't worry about my silly fight. I'll get over it. I said goodbye and let her have some time alone. I honestly want to go to California now. California's pretty nice. It's definitely pretty here. Definitely pretty. Do we get to just hang out with everyone? Because that'd be kind of cool. Maybe there's no limit. Let's talk to Missy. We'll go talk to Missy. I'm gender fluid, so I go by any pronouns. That's nice. What's your question, Cherry? I can't sit still knowing there are questions to be answered. Would you like to join me in an investigation? I helped Missy search every corner of the foyer, to no avail. Yikes. That was kind of a heavy sigh. Are you okay? I'm not immune to the pressure of the situation we have found ourselves in, and I must confess something, if you would allow me to think aloud a moment. I intended to join the preservation project as a part of their operating group once I heard about it. I thought my skills would prove useful. Really? What are you thinking about now? I'm convincing the group must have been infiltrated. The group is known for bringing in many talents from around the world. For starters, I know the preservation project's safe house was a large building with many wings for each group of ultimate students. The groups are divided by the window of time students signed up. In our case, we all signed up within a relatively close time frame, creating a group of 10. The individual groups are often offered a class project to work on together, utilizing all the unique skills in their pool. These projects apparently have varying results, given the fact that each group may or may not be composed of incompatible talents. Regardless, the end products are usually very unique. Did you like Danganronpa 69? Yeah, from what I've read of it so far, it's really good. Wow, that sounds interesting. Certainly. It would have been an amusing and challenging experience to participate as well, but alas. Oh, they're ultimate students, huh? I let Missy continue investigating in peace. I guess we're just gonna be able to hang out with everyone, so let's just click them all. What haven't I finished? Who's your favorite Danganronpa character of all the games? I feel like it changes every day. I would have to say Chiaki though, but I feel like Rantaro is like a close second. Welcome to the stage, Echo. I was just admiring the selection of props backstage. Would you like to try some? I actually tried on some hats and masks with Forte. Oh, that's cute. This killing game, it can't be our reality, can it? Excuse me, just thinking out loud. That's okay, I was wondering the same thing. I mean, the preservation project. What am I saying? It can't be related. Surely the group has been infiltrated and is pulling a horrible prank. So, I can't say I enjoy the perpetrator's flavor of humor. What is the preservation project anyway? It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from extreme natural disasters. It had a reputation for taking in small groups of students at a time, since the news of it was passed along solely by word of mouth. Once enough students signed up, a number of them were let in. In our case, it seems the message got to the 10 of us. Word of mouth? Yes, a lot of Ultimate students often flock together in small communities within their area, since they're often outcast by the average people. I personally heard it when they acquired an Ultimate radio host to help spread the message to my community. I can recall with clarity his voice was boisterous and engaging, not unlike that strange announcer. Despite that, it was a modest arrangement overall. There seemed to be a constrained effort not to spread the word far and wide, which is strange considering the varying range of students and talents around the world. Wouldn't you think the group would extend this offer to more Ultimates? I guess it does feel a little deliberate. Listen to me jawing away. Don't mind my pedantic thoughts, just trying to make sense of this is all. Forte quieted down as he continued to inspect his costumes backstage. Ultimate communities. I thanked Forte for spending time with me and left the theater. You know, I really want a fan again that I get choices and those choices have consequences, you know? That'd be fun. I wonder if art is okay. Don't you think the idea of a student that could be an Ultimate could be a good idea in a Danganronpa game? It could give quite a special character to interact with, don't you think? Yeah, probably. Like Distrust? Yeah, like that. Like Birth Me Code. Birth Me Code is a perfect example, Owo. Because Birth Me Code, if you think about it, is kind of like Distrust. It actually is heavily like Distrust, but yeah. I really liked how Birth Me Code was. That's actually what Danganronpa Lapse is? Wait, there's gonna be choices and consequences? Really? Echo, want to see how high I can climb? Safety first, though, of course. I watched Art struggle with the ropes and harnesses before giving up the idea of climbing altogether. So weird. What's on your mind? This game thing. That announcement said it was a game, but it's not a very fun premise, you know what I'm saying? If so, if there's different scenarios in this? Oh, this is lit! This is lit, then! This is the fan get I've been waiting for! A huge mansion or whatever, just for the 10 of us to play a killing game. It seems, I don't know, expensive? What do you mean? This place is huge. I would have thought maybe more people would have been involved by the looks of it. Not that I want a lot of people to play a killing game. You say a lot of people, but are Ultimate students really so common? Dude, if this really does have, like what Rage Maniac is saying, if there's different scenarios and stuff, that's freaking awesome. I will take a cut in Ultimate students for different scenarios, okay? So I don't care if there's only 10 students. If there's different scenarios in this, I'm all in. I'm putting all my chips in this, bruh. That's awesome. Yes and no. I'm familiar with Ashley's name only because I pay attention to the sport, but I know zilch about photography. I think you have to be in the right circles. And to put in perspective, there are billions of people on the planet. It only seems like a lot of Ultimate students in this moment since we're all gathered up. That's true. Well, at least you don't have to worry much about all this Ultimate talent stuff. It's tiring sometimes. Art fell unusually silent for a spell. Anyway, doesn't look like I can figure out this climbing business. Catch you later. Whoa! Shouts out to Christoph with the big $35. Oh, actually in Canadian dollars, that is. I appreciate you, fam. Hey, Ablaze, I may not join these streams much because life, but I'm a huge fan of yours. Oh, that's sweet. I love your content and always enjoy your Fangan plays and readings. You're so nice. Also, I may be working on Danganronpa VHS horror series. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like VHS. The movie, the horror movie. I like it. Thank you so much, Christoph. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And thanks for stopping by and dropping a donation. Really appreciate the support. Art gave me a quick nod as he zipped out of the climbing center. But I will say, Blaze, you can get the vote wrong if you choose the incorrect choice. Be careful. Let's go. I like that. That's cool. That's what I want to see. Let's see if Kanon's in it. I'll start calling her Canon because, you know, I'm going to stop calling her by my friend's name. Let's see if Kanon's in any good mood to talk, or in any mood to talk. That's good. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm so happy right now. I looked up and down the halls, but couldn't find Canon anywhere. I guess she's in her personal room. Oh, I guess we can't hang out with her. I made my way over to her listed personal room in the living quarters and knocked lightly. Cannon? There was no response on the other end. Either she was out being difficult to find out, or difficult to find, or she didn't want to be bothered. Whatever the case, I moved on. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I want that bad in for real, fam. You already know this playthrough is gonna be fire though. This is gonna be fire. Okay, we got content, y'all. This is great. I think that's everyone. I learned a little bit more about this preservation project and how the others found their way to this place. Despite that, I was still left pondering my purpose here. This reminds me of SDRE 2, man. Just being able to actually play a Fangan like all the way through from start to finish, that's gonna be so fun. After spending some time with my fellow classmates, I habitually wandered back to my personal room. But upon entering, I realized I didn't have any personal effects with which to pass the time. So I stepped right back out into the hall to see if anyone wanted to socialize. Incidentally, I came across Sei and Cannon on their way in from the foyer in the halls. Hey, Sei, Cannon, I was about to go to the dining hall. Did you want to come? Movie star, what's up? How you been? We just left the dining hall. Oh, sorry. We stood in silence for half a minute. That's awkward. Well, I should go. Sei shuffled off, leaving me and Cannon to fill the empty air. She went right back out to the foyer to who knows where. Huh? Sei's personal room is right here. Maybe she wants to spend time in one of the activity rooms. Maybe. The conversation came to a stalemate. I'm just being cautious. Cannon turned and withdrew to her personal room. I let out a deep breath I didn't know I was holding in. Cannon tires me out. Yeah, I've met people like that. They're hard to talk to. France, what's going on? This game is even better than I thought? Yeah, that's dope, dude. I made my way to the dining hall, running into Ashley along the way. They showed out on this, yo. I like this a lot. It's got its own unique like environments, its own unique art style, its own unique like game mechanics. That's dope. We greeted each other in a rather unusual manner before sitting down with the other students who had already settled in for a meal. Ah, Echo and Ashley, feel free to join us. We were just starting. Have you been faring since this morning? Or how have you been faring since this morning? Sorry. Ah, I'm feeling much better. Thank you. Pleased to hear it. What's up, Jackson? How you been? Missy sat at the head of the table. Art and Cyrus sat across from each other, with Ashley sitting next to Cyrus. I shuffled in, sitting next to Art and across from Ashley. You think Pandora's best girl? Man, what kind of class only has 5 students? One that has been disillusioned by a strange game, apparently. Yes, it's a little disheartening to see only half of our group gathered here. Well, it isn't strictly required that we all have dinner together. I saw Sei and Cannon in passing. They must have had their share already and were on their way out. Sei is a pretty shy girl, so I can understand perhaps she didn't want to be around a large group of people. And Cannon, she's awfully mysterious. Well, there's no use wondering about them. They can do whatever they please, so we shouldn't question their actions. Even if they are suspicious? And for that matter, doesn't the killing game frighten any of you? I voiced the questions that had been ruling my thoughts. I mean, there's really no one capable of that sort of thing, is there? My question was met with silence. Echo, I understand that you might be afraid right now, but it won't do you any good to worry. You're going to run yourself ragged. Think about the frightful possibilities. Yeah, Missy's right. It's just some dumb announcement out of nowhere, so what's the threat? Precisely. We shouldn't make ourselves sick with anxiety from something that hasn't invoked any consequences. Plus, if this were a killing game, why would they give us such nice amenities? Why not just throw us in a creepy locked building? Wouldn't that pressure us further into killing each other? To escape an unknown scary building? I wonder. Bye, Cherry Soda. Thanks for coming. What's your favorite Fangan? Well, some of the ones that I've done that I really, really liked. I like all the Fangans, obviously, that I've covered. But some of the ones that are the most memorable, that I think I had like the most fun covering, probably Despair Time, Rampa and Friends, and Cuphead Rampa. Regardless, we shouldn't dwell on the specifics of something so mysterious and harmless. Let's just enjoy each other's companies and the fixings of this mansion to its fullest. Thank you for the encouraging words, Missy. This is a real fan game? Yes, this is. Missy won't get shook up. She's the definition of keeping it cool. With the atmosphere lightened up, we continue our dinner with lively chatter. I was thankful to have such positive energy surrounding me. You're surprised I didn't say Super Danganronpa another 2? I like that one a lot, but I feel like, I don't know. I mean, obviously that one got me the most views on my channel, but I feel like Despair Time, Rampa and Friends, and Cuphead Rampa have like really it's left like, you know, lasting impressions on me and also the channel and the community around, you know, that we've crafted here. But SDRE2 is amazing though. After dinner, we all departed to wrap the evening with our own activities. Ash and I walked over to the living quarters to rest for the evening. But before we went to our respective rooms, Ashley pulled me over to the end of the living quarters hallway. I think viewers kind of ruined SDRE2 for me. Because when I was playing SDRE2, it was everybody was in there like spoiling all the time. And it was very annoying. Especially when we were like in chapter 3 and a couple of the chapters, it was just really bad. Towards the end of the game, people stopped spoiling, but like the beginning of the game, people were spoiling like left and right. And it was just so freaking annoying, you know? Whereas when we did Rampa and Friends was like a new thing. Like nobody knew anything about it. Well, obviously if you followed them on Instagram, you did, but like a lot of people here on YouTube knew nothing about Rampa and Friends. And they were just like, whoa, this is like this new, like cool, like Disney fan gan. And I had never seen anything like it. Some of y'all have never seen anything like it. So it was just like really intriguing. And Cuphead Rampa was pretty similar to that. And Despair Time had a lot of really cool things in it too that just like, it just blew us away, you know? Ash, what's up? Echo, I've been thinking, I don't know how to say this. This killing game, it has me really worried. An ultimate battle royale? Just saying that is ridiculous. It has to be some kind of themed ARG or weird elaborate prank. I was kidding around, but Ashley remained still with a serious demeanor. Well, you're here, aren't you? How else would you explain your high school plaque on your personal room door? Huh? I know, right? Sure, it's a little strange, but that can mean anything. I was probably just mistaken for a different student at my high school. You know what I think it means? It means I was right. Echo, being involved with me only results in ultimate levels of trouble. This game that's especially curated for ultimate students managed to gain a collateral student participant simply by association? Me? Ash, what are you saying? I don't want you to worry about me. Yes, I can protect myself, but it's more than that. I remember that night, the night you dropped me off after we had dinner. You couldn't walk me to my house. I did in fact make it to the house in one piece, but when I looked back out on the street, I noticed something strange. I saw smoke. It was coming from the direction you dropped me off, so I assumed the worst. I wanted to run out there and see what had happened, but the only thing I remembered after that was a sharp pain and then black. Right, I must have been a target or something. Someone must have subdued and captured me, and at that same time, you as well. Whoever did this, it seemed they wanted to cover all their bases, which meant if you saw anything that night, you had to be taken also. Oh, good point. I trembled at the thought. The problem was I didn't see a thing happen that night. Echo, I can protect myself, but I want you to keep your distance so whatever happens to me doesn't come to harm you as well. How could you say that? We're best friends. I can't abandon you at a time like this. I need you to let me alone. It's for your safety. It hurts me to even think about it, but I don't want you to be in danger because of your relation to me as a close friend. I couldn't believe what was happening. Ashley's face was painted with remorse. She only wanted to keep me safe, but in return, it meant we needed to be apart. That's okay, I got another girl. No, I'm playing. Ashley gave me one last hug before retiring to her room for the night. Ashley. I hung my head in despair. Why did this have to happen? I clenched my fists in frustration. I pounded the wall, trying to process everything, when I heard a gentle voice. I'm so sorry for what just happened. I trolled around to find the source of the voice a few paces behind me. It was Pandora! Oh, that's who I was talking about too! That's who I was talking about! It was Pandora. Her voice was barely a whisper. Pandora, you heard our conversation? I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was only nearby because I wanted to talk to you privately. Me? Yes, I was wondering, does this message mean anything to you? What the hell is that? Uma. Pandora pulled a small piece of paper out of her apron pocket. The note had 2 small symbols on it, along with some text. If you recognize one of the symbols depicted, then you have finally found me and are safe. Please do not speak of this note's existence. Trust no one but yourself. Huh? No, I don't, Rage Maniac. I really don't remember anything. I don't remember who died. I don't remember who died. I don't remember who the killers were. I barely even remember the cast until we started playing. Upon closer inspection, the symbols were similar to the ones the announcement showed. What? What does this mean? We've done so many fangans that it's hard for me to remember them all, you know? Do you recognize either of them? I can't say that I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was confused by the contents of the note, so I was hoping someone could help me. In particular, I was wondering what the note meant by "you are safe." Based on what's shown on the note itself, the 2 symbols could be of interest. It seems like there could be someone here who might be connected to whoever is controlling the announcements. Basically, there might be a spy. I thought the same, but I wish the implications weren't so. Where did you find that? It was in my apron pocket since I woke. I don't know how it got there. I don't recall putting anything like this in my pockets. She took the note away, back in her apron pocket. However, that wasn't really what I wanted to talk to you about. Well, why are you here? What's up? I wanted to say, I feel like you're a very special person. Aw, that's sweet. I can't really explain it, but I feel a strong aura about you. Oh, thank you. She smiled and went on. Echo, you might think being an ultimate student is some kind of extravagant existence, but you forget there is beauty in the ordinary as well. You know, I'm getting heavy vibes, bro. I'm giving heavy vibes. Y'all are gonna hate me for saying this because some people are so annoyed about this movie. But this is feeling like Encanto. I don't care what anyone says. This is feeling like Encanto. It's feeling a lot like Encanto, bro. I am Maribel right now. Even if we do have ultimate talents, we're still regular people just like you. Waking up with bedheads, sometimes showing up late to our appointments. We're just a little more preoccupied with one particular thing than most. Thank you, Pandora. Pandora managed to quell a bit of the worry in my heart. But is it a pity? What happened between you? But it is a pity. But what happened between you and Ashley? I don't know what to think anymore. I thought I escaped that darn film. I know there's so many people that are annoyed because they heard so much about that film, but if this ain't the plot to Encanto, I don't know what it is, bro. Like, come on. Here, Echo is like sitting here, just like how Maribel was, you know, relishing over the fact that they don't have a talent and they're just like all mad about it. You know what I mean? And then everyone else has a talent except them. And now we're going to have to find out that, you know, maybe not having a talent is really what is better than having one. You know what I mean? Like something like that's going to happen. I don't remember much of the first trial, but I remember the second trial pretty vividly. Oh, for this one, yeah. I haven't watched it yet. You haven't watched Encanto yet? It's a pretty good one. One moment, Missy is telling me not to believe a word the announcement says, and another moment, Ash is cutting ties with me in a firm belief of the dangers of the game. What? What am I supposed to do? I felt my throat begin to choke. Oh no. She's speaking in French again. Echo. I don't think it's my place to say, however. Oh, wait. I can, hold on. I can translate the French, though. She said, oh, so sorry, Echo. Aw. This is but a bump in the road. Ashley will always be your friend, no matter what. And it may be difficult to determine what's in store for us ahead, so we must keep our faith and live one moment at a time. The light started to dim as Pandora smiled at me one last time. I love that feature, bro. I love that feature. Now, if I don't know what they're saying, I can just hit the log. You feel me? Like, that's so cool. It is now 9 p.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. the next morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. That's deep. Oh dear, it looks like nighttime has come. Well then, I don't know what she just said, but I can figure it out. I have to... Wait. Is that gotta tell me? Well then, good night, Echo. Oh, that's how you say good night in French? That's cool. And please don't tell anyone about this note. I don't want to cause any unnecessary trouble. I feel like this note is the key to the many mysteries of this place. I nodded. The note was odd, but I couldn't find it in me to outright doubt Pandora. Good night to you too, Pandora. We both returned to our personal rooms to pass over the night. Yeah, we haven't even finished Danganronpa 69, and Danganronpa 96 isn't even done yet. Or didn't that one get canceled? Isn't that the one that got canceled? And there's another Danganronpa 60 something, 96, 69, 54, 52, whatever numbers. Returning to my room, I made myself comfortable and slipped into bed. I stared blankly at the dim ceiling, letting my mind wander aimlessly through the news I learned today. But nothing really stuck. Words and conversations and thoughts flew by as I let my heavy eyes close. The one thought that pervaded the others was, what would be waiting for us tomorrow? Before I knew it, I had fallen into a deep sleep. I know for sure that the 69 creator is on hiatus with whatever fan game that they're doing right now. I opened my eyes to the now familiar colors of the room. I looked at the clock on my bedside table. 7:28. I turned off the alarm before it rang and steadily got out of bed. Only 2 days had passed, yet I found myself beginning to acclimate to the sleep schedule. I splashed my face with cold water, the icy sting charging my nerves for a sharp awakening. I wonder if anyone is in the dining hall for breakfast yet. Yeah, we played this a long time ago, B. I made my way to the dining hall, stopping in the foyer for a moment to gaze at the mysterious, electrifying doorway. I'm surprised y'all remember that, to be honest. Some of y'all must be rocking with me for a long time. Wait, Rock Candy, what's up? In the dining hall were a few early risers just starting breakfast. Good morning. Good morning, Echo. Please help yourself. I made some muffins with citrus today. Hopefully it'll energize you. Nothing like a hearty, satisfying breakfast to start the day. Ooh, rolling with the same crew as last night. Except, I guess Ashley was switched in for Pandora. My head hurt when Art mentioned Ashley. Pandora must have noticed and sat close to me. Here, I made lemon squares just for you. Ashley told me in passing you liked lemon. Aww. You were in that stream 2 years ago, Game Master? That's awesome. She did? So Ashley was still looking out for me. Thanks, Pandora. Can you tell her thank you for me as well? Of course. We continued our leisurely breakfast as we all shook off the night's slumber. No one else came in during the length of our stay in the dining hall, however. It is now 9 a.m. Please assemble in the second floor atrium for a special oh, the motive! The motive's coming! As the announcement ended, I mechanically started to get up from my seat when Art loudly kicked his feet up on the table. No way! Art leaned back in his chair and pouted. We're not going to listen to your creepy announcements, you hear? He waggled his finger aimlessly at the ceiling. I wonder what happens if we refuse to assemble. Do we want to test this passive protest? I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Why not? I'm curious as well. Hey, isn't this dangerous? I agree. It might be risky. The only risk so far has been from when Echo actively tried to escape. The past 48 hours have been nothing but casual to us. However, after a moment of silence, the painting above the fireplace switched to the announcement emblem. It was the Killing Game announcer. So, welcome today. So it plays regardless. I sat down and allowed the announcement to disrupt our morning. Are you all comfortable? Having a nice breakfast? Having fun sleeping in? That's great to hear. Today we'll be reviewing some general rules relative to our lovely Killing Game. They are as follow. Students will enjoy an idyllic lifestyle within the... I can't say that. I don't know what that is. Walls for a duration of 7 days. Activity amenities are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Breaking major assets, kitchen, refrigerator, theater, lights, etc. is strictly prohibited. At the end of 7 days, whoever survives is awarded the ultimate prize. To expedite the process toward the ultimate prize, one must kill a fellow student without getting caught. And to get the ball rolling each morning, a special music will be provided to exercise your mind. Today's forced motive question is, are your talents a true representation of who you are? Or are you beyond your talent? Stew upon these brain-teasing inquiries as you all carry on with your communal lives. And whoever actually went to the atrium gets an additional special gift. Ha, yeah, I know. No one wants to go to the second floor just to hear an announcement. That's what speakers are for, after all. So whoever followed the rules got a little something something, if you know what I mean. Finally, if there are no developments by the end of the day, there will be serious repercussions. You all will suffer the consequences and be executed as a group for failing to participate in the game. Check out your bracelets. They all contain a lethal dose of Complex 53. Isn't that from Zero Escape? Or am I lying? Just enough to knock you into the next life in less than a minute. Huh? I flipped my bracelet over to see a small vial of clear liquid attached to a control chip. Our bracelets had these things the whole time? But that's just the last resort. I don't really want to use it unless you all really bore me. So, come on, you all, make it happen. The bizarre announcement cut out and the painting returned to its original form. Holy crap. They just dropped a bomb on us. Joelle, thank you for the $4.99 again. I appreciate you. Pandora is a lie, Blaze. Her true talent is Mrs. Steal Your Man. Hey!
Thanks, dude.
I really appreciate it, Joelle. You're amazing. Thank you for the donation. So the thing they're giving us to motivate murder is a question and threat of a clear liquid that is proclaimed to be a deadly toxic gas. As far as I know, such a chemical by the name Complex 53 doesn't exist. It might just be water, like a prop or something, and release it only at the end of the day if nothing happens? I don't know, seems kind of weak. I furrowed my brow. I recalled what Missy said yesterday, but the risk wasn't high enough to do something drastic. The question was hardly raising the bar, not to mention a small vial of liquid. As for the other provided motive, as it were, I don't understand. Are we meant to discuss the question with each other? Perhaps. Unless anyone has any skeletons in the closet, I believe it is only fair to share our thoughts on the subject. Hey, Christoph, thank you for the 10 Canadian again. Wow, you guys are so supportive today. I appreciate you. Oh no, I don't want to see any of these guys die, let alone murder. I know! They are all so cute too. That's what I love about them. I sheepishly ducked my head, but Missy caught me. Echo, why don't you lead us in our discussion? You're the most qualified since you sit in a rather gray area when it comes to ultimate talents, which isn't to say you're not included, but I think you have the most neutral viewpoint that is appropriate for judgment. Hey, water is dangerous. Inhaling even a little bit can kill you. Sure, if you say so. If you don't want to, it's not necessary. It's all right. I have to admit, I'm pretty curious now. Well, let's see what everyone has to say. I guess we'll talk to everyone. Let's talk to Art. Is being a pro golfer a true representation of who I am? I don't really get it. I mean, I think it is. I haven't really expanded my interests outside what I know, which is golf, so I can't say anything else encompasses who I am. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. If you try something new now, I think it might be disorienting to fail at said activity since you're not ultra skilled in it. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. Well, ultimate golfer or not. Yeah, I like playing golf. I think I got so good at the sport because I knew I liked it all this time and stuck around with it. Never really thought of the other stuff. Yeah, there we go. I guess it's a simple sentiment. Thanks, Echo. You know, all my life, I really was thinking to myself that like I wanted to be like a jack of all trades. Like I wanted to be interested in a lot of things and dabble in a lot of things. But I think it's more beneficial now that I'm older. I noticed that it's more beneficial to just kind of focus on one or two things really heavily. I think that really benefits you at the end of the day compared to dabbling in everything, you know? Have you heard of Lazy Rampa? I wish I could react to Lazy Rampa, but I can't even get into the Instagram. Sadly, it's privated. So Cyrus. Yes? What is being called the ultimate charisma entail? Why, it's the mystifying ability to draw people towards me with little to no effort. Good point. Or so I've been told. Some might equate the word charisma with charm and in turn think that charisma has to do with good looks, beautiful voice, overflowing wealth, etc. However, I think charisma actually lies simply in having a kind soul. Agreed. Agreed. This is why I like Cyrus. People are swayed by those with a kind soul, be it they have good intentions to follow through on or bad intentions to take advantage of. I find myself absorbed in Cyrus's statement. I do too. I might even say you're rather charismatic yourself, Echo. Oh? I don't know if I would go that far. Nonsense. I welcome your presence. It's calming. I felt a little embarrassed after being given such kind praise from the one so-called ultimate charisma himself. So with that in mind, how would you describe your personality and talent? Bye, Hori. Thanks for coming. Not sure. It's always difficult to talk about yourself. But I suppose I do like going with the flow. I guess a word would be cooperative? Cyrus is giving me gay vibes, not gonna lie. You think so? A political tactician, huh? It's not glamorous. I'm often tasked with knowing the burdens and misdeeds of many people in power. It's somewhat a curse to be able to lie my way out of a sticky situation. How do you feel about being called the ultimate tactician, though? I don't mind. It is what it is. It's the strengths I've been blessed with, and I would be misspoken if I said I took an interest in other things. I've always known my personality to be that of someone who informs. And if I can give a purpose-driven voice power to speak up for what's right, then the ensuing battle, be it a difficult one, will produce satisfying results. I believe at the end of it, if intense debate occurs, there's often an intense emotion behind it. Good point. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen your fair share of selfishness and greed, though. Circumventing those intentions can be trying, but you just need to take the good with the bad. Missy's self-assured as always. Then we have Pandora, the baker. Who am I beyond my talent? Honestly, I wouldn't be anything without baking. Even in another life, I think I would always find my way back to baking. It's just in my soul. Aw, that's adorable. I think at the core of it, such an activity represents all that I care for in life. The simplicity in sharing good food with friends. To make something infused with love, and to bring that joy to others, is quite a special feeling, is it not? Oh, you're giving me you're gonna die first vibes. She's dying first. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Listen to me, being so sentimental. You really love baking, huh? Oh, it's everything. Pandora is literally that dude on High School Musical. I love to bake. You remember that guy? He was up there whipping them creme brulees. Everyone said similar things. With their talents run alongside their personalities, you couldn't have one without the other. Without an odd motive. I would imagine talking about this kind of thing among peers would only reinforce relations. If our captors are trying to plant distrust, I'm afraid I don't quite understand the logic. I thought about the intention of the question, but all I could think was that it might be to weed out spies, which involuntarily led me to suspect the person I would at least suspect. Pandora. Something the matter, Echo? Nothing. I averted my gaze from Pandora. She had some kind of secret note that bore the strange emblems of our mansion announcers. What could it mean? Stick to the status quo. That's like one of my favorite songs in the High School Musical trilogy. If I may be so bold, I firmly believe our discussion that our ultimate talents are truly one and the same with our personality and characteristics. I'm inclined to agree. I guess it's cool that we got to know each other a little more, though. It seems like a friendly enough topic. Indeed, our talents and skills born from a passion within, and you simply cannot remove that aspect of a person without losing a part of them. A peculiar motivator, that one. You leave my beautiful baker boy alone. Hey, I'm just saying. I love that. I love that song. I love him. I was raised on those films. Oh my God, same. High School Musical was my childhood. With our thoughts on the force motive question cleared, our group was able to finish the morning in peace. I haven't seen that in 5 years. The Breakfast Club wrapped up, and with no other announcements to interrupt us, the afternoon was completely available for our individual activities. Bro, we should have a High School Musical night in the Discord, bro. We should have a High School Musical night in the Discord. I didn't have anything in particular planned today, so I idled in the foyer before deciding what to do next. Hey, Echo! A familiar voice erupted from behind me. What's up, Art? This might be weird to ask, but do you mind if I hang out with you today? I'm kind of curious about other students' talent stories, but I don't want to go running around the mansion alone. Why didn't you ask one of the others from breakfast? Huh? Oh, because you're cool. What? I mean, you're easy to talk to. I thought about asking Missy, but Missy's kind of imposing, honestly. You know, I feel like I have to walk all nice like I'm balancing books on my head or something. I don't think she's strict on how others walk or anything like that. That aside, she stuck around with you on the first date, didn't she? Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I'm asking you now since I'm here. Besides, I can't find Lyle. I wanted to get another strategy meeting started today and maybe even help him with solving some stuff, but... So I was his second choice? Somehow he seemed disappointed. Yeah, I know, right? Sure, I'll tag along. I didn't really have anything planned today anyway. I trailed off thinking about Ashley. I love your shirt, Blaze. I want one now. Yeah, get one. Get a Kingdom Hearts shirt for sure. Kingdom Hearts 4 coming soon. We could probably cut down on one visit right here. Since you and Ashley are best friends, do you know anything about her talent? Honestly, I can't say that I do. This is the first time I even heard about such a thing like ultimate talents. All I knew was that she lived out in the countryside with her father on a ranch, Westbridge Stables. I didn't think all her time around horses accounted as something as intense as being an ultimate jockey. Huh? Maybe she just likes to be modest. I mean, just because she has high win rates doesn't mean she avoids taking care of the horses. Kind of like she works hard and plays hard. Does that make sense? I couldn't really make heads or tails of it. I don't really want to be thinking about Ashley at the moment anyway. It was just too overwhelming. I sighed. Yeah, I suppose that could be it. Alright, that's one down. Let's get going. It seems I got roped into exploring the other students' opinions on the forced motive question with art. Not that I was opposed to the idea of learning about the others. There were a handful of people we haven't heard from. Yo, since High School Musical is Disney, Danganronpa but Disney princesses, that'd be cool. I'm wearing a Danganronpa V3 shirt. That's cool. Or is it Danganronpa the anime? I've seen the Danganronpa the anime shirt a lot. Let's try to find Sei. Yeah, you need a minimum of 8 hours of sleep. 8 hours of sleep makes you feel good. Art and I saw Sei in the kitchen poking at the digital screen. Oh, I haven't eaten since yesterday. Sei, what's the matter? Oh, it's no use. I don't know how to use the screen thing. It doesn't register my taps. Huh? You need to tap your bracelet to the screen first, and then you could choose a meal. What? She raised her right arm and scanned her bracelet to the screen, activating the display. This is embarrassing. I'm not right-handed, so I didn't think about it. Glad I could help. Sei poked at the digital screen, ordering a rice porridge with pickled vegetables. Ew. Eat up, Sei. Echo, let's get something too, so she doesn't have to eat alone. Art, Sei, and I shared a small meal together. After we finished, Sei quietly sat in the dining hall and fiddled with her rings. Then she let out a big, exasperated sigh. It's really no use. What's wrong? I can't get used to anything around here. It may be because I'm kind of forgetful, but I went so long without eating because I couldn't figure out the menu thing. You shouldn't go so long without eating. If you need help with anything, you can always ask one of your friends here. Friends? Friends! Was that too forward? No, it's just, I don't talk to you all much, so I don't believe you thought of me as a friend. Aw, don't say that. There's no reason we wouldn't call you a friend, right? Yeah. She stopped there, but I saw a small smile turn the corner of her lips. So, right down to business. Business? We came by to see you to ask about the question thingy. The question thing? You mean the forced motive question? Yeah, a group of us were talking about it in the dining hall over breakfast, and we were wondering if you had any thoughts about it. I don't know. It seems straightforward. I'm a detail-oriented person, and watches are full of little mechanisms. Although, I guess I can get lost in those details and miss the big picture, like just now. But then again, after all the gear design differences under the face of the watch, the outcome is still fixed. A timepiece, right? Yeah, I don't really understand what the question is supposed to be all about. Sorry. No worries. We don't know either, so we're just going around getting everyone's opinion. Oh, I see. Well, good luck figuring it out then. Sei clams up and quickly scuttles off before we can say anything else. Aw. Oh, bye? It's kind of antsy, huh? You got exams? Everybody has exams. Everybody's examining lately. Is it because school's about to end pretty soon? Forte is probably where I think he is. Welcome back, Hori. Art and Echo, what brings you here? Art here was curious about your opinion of the forced motive question. Yeah, why opera? Isn't it boring? Oh, ouch! Art, full of tact, I see. Aha! It's quite the opposite of boring. Performances are very rich and can shake the viewer to their core. Opera is a wonderful art that combines raw vocal emotion with the physical beauty of expressing the self with your very being. Ooh. Want to hit us with some bars? Hit us with some bars! Forte's operatic voice. To say I was a little curious would be an understatement. Oh no, I couldn't perform under these conditions. What conditions? Why, the conditions of the heart, of course. Okay, We're talking about Kingdom Hearts? Can we ask why that is? Well, you see, I haven't been able to properly express myself since this tragedy struck my hometown. We lost a friend in our community. Sir Hyde, one of our most loyal friends. One of his favorite pastimes includes long walks in the park with the wind gently brushing through his ears. Wait, is he talking about what I think he's talking about? You lost your dog? Art! Yes, I'm still rather fragile about it. I'm sorry, that sucks, man. Wait, what? What was that? What did that mean? What do you mean? Yes, truly, aw. I suppose it's different, experiencing tragedy than performing it. Ah, precisely. I've been troubled since. What kind of dog was he? A German Shepherd of 13 years. Aw, I'm sure you gave him a great full life, with lots of music, of course. Forte's lips turned to a small grin. Indeed. Dog is man's best friend, are they not? It would have been unseemly of me to treat him not unlike my own family. He had such charm and wit, howling along with my practice. Why, I dare say he prevented me from practicing, times more often than not. Sir Hyde loved to command the attention of all with his guidey. I couldn't help but smirk at the idea of his dog on the theater stage. It was a sweet thought. Imagine a dog just howling with you as you're singing. Yeah, just remember those good old times with Mr. Hyde. Indeed, I shall. Thank you, Art. Aw, that was sweet. After that small chat, Art and I thanked Forte for his time and paused near that theater exit to collect our thoughts. I bet his dog was really fun to play with. Anyway, what did we learn? I don't think we got an answer to the question as much as we did a description of what opera was, or is. I think we did. Forte's kind of a dramatic guy, sure, but I think he's very in tune with his emotions. Just like opera. Satisfied with the answer, Art nodded in understanding. And despite him jumping straight to Forte's worries, Art seemed to have helped Forte recall his fondness of his late friend. Yeah, Hyde was the dog. I should save, huh? Especially if there's gonna be choices and stuff later on. We need to get to saving. For real. I wonder. I think Amori is going a bit far. Yeah, and Kanto's already pushing it, to be honest. Amori would be a hard fan game to make. Is there even enough characters in Amori? Maybe if you did like the bosses or something. Art and I looked around for Lyle, but he remained as elusive as ever. What the heck? Where's Lyle? Don't know. I'm certain we have ran into him by now. If we run around some more, we're bound to find him sooner or later. Aw, man, Lyle might be dead, bruh. Lyle might be dead. Can't avoid us forever. I haven't liked the video yet. Well, what happened? No, I'm kidding. It's okay, Aki. It's easy to forget. Cannon was in the atrium, photographing some of the greenery in the center of the grand hall. Art and I hid away behind some bushes, watching quietly. All the dots. Hey, I know you two are there. Be quiet until I'm done. We watched in silence as she snapped various photos of the plants. Out with it. What do you want? Echo was curious about your talent in relation to the forced motive question. I like how you put it on me. Art, you're a snake. First off, thank you for the 10 again. Jeez. Put the wallet down, Kristoff. Not the dog. I myself have lost a dog I care deeply. Aw. So I relate. F, big respect to the doggo. I swear if the dog is the mastermind, I'm gonna cry. Imagine the dog just comes out of nowhere. Thank you so much, Kristoff. You're amazing. Way to throw me under the bus, right? Yeah. Just wanted to hear your thoughts. There's not much to say. I know who I am. I'm a photographer. A behind-the-scenes kind of person who brings others' visions to life and captures them for eternity. Was this rehearsed or what? No. I just know who I am. With a certainty. Just as Cannon was about to make a dramatic exit on that lingering note, Pandora caught her on the way out. Oh, Cannon, just the person I wanted to see. And is this about the motive question as well? Indeed. Something in German is an interesting subject. Would you mind if I asked what draws you to it? Yes, I do mind. It's niche, and I don't want to waste my breath explaining these nuances to people who wouldn't understand. That's me with Danganronpa. That is me with Danganronpa. Every time somebody asks me, what is Danganronpa, and they don't know about it, I'm just like, bro, I ain't wasting my breath, bro. It's a visual novel. And I just move on. No activity is so niche that it's acted upon without love, you know? Whatever. Leave me alone. Did I offend you? No. Just, why are you all bombarding me with questions? We're not close. This is how we get close. We make small talk and learn about each other. It's all in good spirit. Well, I really wish you wouldn't bother. Cannon ends the conversation for us again and disappears from the atrium. Well, I guess that's that. Sorry you had to walk in on that, Pandora. It's fine. Perhaps it wasn't my place to ask. I shouldn't pry, right? Aw, you didn't do anything wrong. Cannon's just kinda snippy. That's putting it kindly. Thank you, Art. Echo. Ugh, excuse me. I just remembered something. I'll see you two around. Oh, sure thing. We'll see you later. Celeste Cat is the mastermind. After running around all day, Art and I managed to catch Lyle as he was about to enter his room on the other side of the living quarters hall. Yo, Lyle! I'm surprised there isn't a Persona fangan. You know what I learned about Persona? Let me go ahead and turn this down before we get into Lyle. Let me talk to you guys about this real quick. The thing that I've noticed about Persona, right? When I got into the Persona fandom, Persona was very niche, right? And then obviously Persona 5 came out. Persona 5 found a lot of success. A lot of people played the game. A lot of people enjoyed the game. What I noticed about Persona 5 is Persona doesn't really have very many fans. Like, it's still really niche. Not a lot of people actually dive into the Persona game series at all. Like, we're talking about 1 through 4. Not a lot of people play those games. It's still very niche. If you talk about Persona, people only talk about the 5th game. They're like, oh yeah, I played Persona 5. Like, you'll say Persona 5 in public and people are like, oh, I know that game. You say 4, 3, 2, 1, and people be like, oh, I don't know about those games. Like, I know Persona 5 though, but not Persona 4, not Persona 3, not Persona 2, 1, none of those. So it's really interesting that like one game in that whole entire series isn't niche. It's very mainstream, but the series itself is still really niche. Unlike Danganronpa, right? Like Danganronpa is like kind of like the opposite of that. Like Danganronpa, people have gotten into the series and like all of the games. Everybody that you meet that has played Danganronpa loves the whole series of Danganronpa. They're like, I played Danganronpa 1, 2, 3. I played UDG sometimes too. You know what I mean? I watched the anime, yada, yada, yada. But with Persona, it's like, man, I wish there was more like Persona fans and not just Persona 5 fans. Anyways, that's my rant. Hey there, what's the good word? You're awfully casual for being so difficult to find. Yeah, we finally caught you. Huh? You've been running around this whole building solving puzzles? And we've been running around this whole building looking for you. Ooh, I'm in hot demand, is that right? Yeah, we wanted to hear your thoughts on the motive question. I've only played P4 Golden though, really? Persona 5 is like the Final Fantasy 7 of Persona. Yeah, it is. That is actually the best comparison. Persona 4 is my favorite, personally. I love Persona 4. We thought it might improve relations, getting to know each other better and all. Ah, that. Force motive question. It's not a very strong motivator, is it? What if I don't want to talk about it? I suppose you don't have to. Yeah, but we're friends. We should share stuff like this. And friends should know when to let up on the pressure. Yeah, that's true. Oh, sorry, Lyle. Art looked down dejectedly. I'm sure Art didn't mean to press you so hard. It's fine. It's just, I've just known puzzles all my life, you know? Puzzle solving is more of a introverted task, if you will. They're generally seen as activities simply for passing the time, cubing, crosswords, etc., etc. I don't really like thinking about who I am beyond my talent is all. I'm afraid that I'm too boring without puzzles. You're not boring. You're plenty cool. I mean, look around. You've got all sorts of friends here who think you're amazing for charging right towards solving the electric door. Why do I feel like Art has a crush on Lyle for some reason? Right, Echo? Amazing was one way to put it. Yeah, Lyle, don't beat yourself up. You have a gift. Thanks, you two. But hey, while we're on the topic, listen to this. I tinkered with the door and I managed to figure something out. Lyle had our attention as he led the way to the foyer. I'm saying, though, there's something about Art, like how he interacts with Lyle. It seems like he has a crush on him. Here we are. Give the door a try. What? No way. Does that mean we don't have to stay here anymore? Well, that's the catch. Go ahead. I gave Lyle a nervous look before reaching slowly for the door handle. Bracing myself, I quickly gripped the handle and nothing happened. I was fine. Wow, Lyle, you did it! I gave the door a push, but they wouldn't budge. Oh, what now? What the? Is there a barricade or something? I think so. That or it's just hard locked. So I managed to disable the electric door, but the physical barrier is an issue now. I admit, I'm relieved that there's more layers to this task. What do you mean? It would have been too boring if I had just had to disarm the door. Unconcerned with the discovery, Lyle was more satisfied with having more puzzles to solve than he was with removing a trap from the dangerous door. There's something else that's interesting though. Might be important since it's about this weird killing game twist. After that 9 a.m. morning announcement, I saw Sei sneak downstairs from the direction of the atrium. You think she actually went to listen to that announcement? I can't think of anything else. Even stranger was after she came down, she went to the dining hall for a minute but quickly left. I poked around in there and saw this in the pantry. Oh, that. Pandora had that too. Whoa, secret note. So is that the so-called special gift? Yeah, I can only assume. I was confused. How could it have been a special gift from this morning if Pandora shared the note with me in confidentiality last night? I decided to keep quiet about it. I didn't want to confuse things further. I studied it a little and the symbols don't match any symbols of students that are currently here. I cross-referenced the note symbols with the ones on your personal room doors and got nothing. That is, if the note symbols even belong to students. I remember Missy saying something about other students. Oh? She told me that the preservation project divides ultimate student groups across different wings of the building. Maybe those are students from a different wing. So what would we do if we did know those students? It's not like we've seen them in our part of the building yet. Who knows? Could it be morphogenetic field theory? Oh god, this game is dealing with like 999 themes a lot. Lyle muttered something under his breath. Morpho what? Don't worry about it. It makes me wonder though, are we meant to be recognizing other students? For example, I believe I recall Ashley and Echo being friends before this. Am I wrong? No, you're right. I thought it was just me though. Right? See, for me, I recognize art school emblem. AA Academy, right? Huh? Yeah, how'd you know? I went to Rainmoth Institute. I remember seeing your school symbol when our schools merged. My school used to be called Signal Prep High School before the merger. I thought you were so cool, representing a whole school to influence a merger. That's kind of embarrassing. It was such a long time ago, I hardly remember it. Why not? It's amazing that you used your golf skills to make things happen. Our school has never been in better shape, thanks to your help. Zero Escape consumes all, very true. Ah, thanks. But people complain that my games aren't interesting enough since I always get the same result, a hole in one. Yeah, imagine just seeing him win every game, hole in one each hole. They always say games should be entertaining. They should just play golf themselves, you know? Besides, wow, you're the cool one. I mean, you use like your deduction or whatever to figure out how to disarm a dangerous door. That's more utility than I could ever have imagined. It's nothing. The door doesn't ever open anyway. It's still awesome though. I feel like you could even figure out what the deal is with the killing game announcement stuff. Oh yes, that's the end goal. I'm just working my way through all these small pieces they've given me. The two talked energetically as I awkwardly watched. Oh, sorry, Echo. We're just over here talking your ears off, huh? Yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all go at this point. That's all right. I'll take my leave now if you guys want to continue. Sure, it was fun hanging out with you. Let me know if you come across anything else weird, alright? Art and Lyle left, chattering along the way out. Yeah, that SDRA2 stream was long. We streamed for like 6 hours almost. It really clicked, huh? Despite Ark's lack of sensitivity. I turned around and glanced over at the digital kiosk in the foyer, looking for the time. 1500. It's already 3 in the afternoon. Nothing regarding the killing game has happened all day. Hi, Crystal. I guess I should be relieved. I really wanted to find Ashley, but it seemed like she was trying her best to put distance between us. I suppose I'll just pass time in the study. Adult movie actress for the only idea of her trying to hide it and eventually deciding to get rid of it. That'd be an interesting talent to dive into. I made my way to the study and skimmed this collection of encyclopedias. An interesting titled book, Old Theme Parks Across the World, caught my attention. With the tome in hand, I settled in the warmly lit study and began to leaf through the pages. I passed the time reading about a strange underwater theme park called Lamu. Or Limu. I looked up from the book's pages and towards the ringing sound coming from the ceiling. It is now 4 p.m. And no one has died yet? Ugh, how boring. There's something that'll pump up your blood to shed some blood, some inspiring, exciting, and energizing music. Music? This one's a special request from many of you at home. Enjoy. Oh, that's bad. The announcement finished and a cacophony of obnoxious noises started playing overhead. What kind of music is this? I dropped the book to cover my ears, but it was pointless. The reverberation pierced through my skull and pounded through the walls. What the hell? Scouring the room, I looked for the speaker, hoping to block the noise, but my efforts were futile. Oh crap. I ran out to the study, but the din kept crashing through my head, amplifies worse from bouncing off of the hallway walls. This reminds me of V3, the first motive in V3. Where is everyone? I instinctively went to the foyer, but it was no use. The door was disarmed, but it was still barricaded. What can I do? The noise was more severe in the foyer as it crashed off the walls and echoed through the main chamber. Ugh. My head was pounding. I could feel the vibrations in my body and my heart beating in my ears. Turning away from the main doors, I saw a shadowy movement at the top of the stairs. Hey! The shadow disappeared. I mustered out a cry for attention, but it was drowned out by the noise. Speeding up the stairs, the shadow was nowhere to be seen. Shoot, where did they go? I peeked through the glass doors of the closest room, the spa lounge, and spotted Pandora reclined in one of the lounge chairs. Ah, finally someone to help me with this horrible situation. I threw the doors wide and rushed in. The music persisted as echoes of its beat flooded into its circular chamber. Pandora? What's going on? I can't find anybody. No reaction. Pandora? Ah! I was right! I closed the distance between us and gently laid my... Uh-oh. Time froze. My breath escaped me once more. I slowly came to realize what had happened. I felt my blood run cold as my eyes I laid fixed on the stillness before me. Oh! The waifu! The waifu is dead! There was no response from her. Pandora was dead. Sheesh! With the blood transition? Bro, that was wild. That was nuts. That was a lot better. Like that whole scene, it wasn't like that in the original. Like in the original, I just remember a black screen and then it showed Pandora and it was really choppy. It was really choppy. But in this, like they had a nice transition. It flowed really well. I liked that. That was really good. So that's where I'm going to end it off. We're going to end it off with Pandora's dead body. I don't want to go too long because obviously we've already been here for about 3 hours. The prologue and chapter 1 victim reveal is always the longest stream. It's always part 1. We always do it for every Fangan. So I was anticipating this being a long stream. So I appreciate you guys for coming to it. Thanks for hanging out. It wasn't like that at all. This is really nice, even though I'm sad now. That was great. I hate that Pandora died though, because now watching this back and seeing her die, I really liked her character. But just seeing how friendly she was and all, there were so many red flags on her. Way too many red flags on her. I don't remember who killed her though. Dang, it's crazy that I don't remember the deaths or the killers in this, but I mean, that's good because then I can be, you know, excited when they do happen. But can you say hi to my girlfriend, Isabella? Well, hi, Isabella. Hi, what's up? It was awesome. Love the new Danganronpa Lapse. I love this. If I was to give it a review, like I really love all the upgrades that they included so far. We haven't even gotten to the consequences yet, the choices and consequences. So I'm loving the art. I'm loving the transitions. The music is obviously Danganronpa music, so it's not like anything crazy, but like I still like pretty much everything. Like the HUD, it all just moves so smoothly, and the game runs really well on my computer too. So if you guys want to download this game for yourself, I said it earlier in the stream, but I'll tell you guys again. It is in the description down below. There's a link. Go and download it. It's on Windows and Mac. So if you have like an Apple computer, you can also play this. I know some games aren't compatible on Mac, but this one is. I'm surprised I stayed this long for a stream. Well, I'm glad you did. Thank you. I can't believe I still remember. It's been such a while since I've seen your last stream on the series. Dude, yeah, it was like 3 years. Literally 3 years. This is the Fangan. This is like one of the few Fangans that we did way back then. Because this is when like Fangans were relatively still kind of new, and like people weren't really feeling them that much. Surprisingly, I got a lot of views on that first video though, so we'll see how this stream does. This was fun. This was really fun. Yeah, don't play checkers. Checkers is boring. I've been working on a project while watching the stream. This was super fun. Aw. Mad Dinosaur, I took a peek at that thumbnail and it looks amazing. I wanted to tell you that live, by the way. I just saw it while we were streaming. I took a peek on my Discord and I was like, whoa, that looks fantastic. I like the one with the anime lines. That looks really cool. Looks dope. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. I can't wait to put that on the next video. Anyways, with that being said, have an amazing day, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Check this out for yourself. Come and watch me play it. Do whatever you want. Because some of you guys might not have computers to play this, but if you don't, come out. Check it out with us. We'll be playing this a lot in the coming days, so don't be worried. This one's showing up a lot. Bye-bye, y'all.